Coming to you live from Seward, Florida, the greatest little town in the world, it's the Get Up and Go Show on AM 1450 WSTU. You're invited to call the show anytime at 772-220-9788. And now, broadcasting live from their palatial studios, here are your hosts, Evan and Bonnie.
That's right, 6:07. It's a Throwback Thursday. Even the kids are cheering this morning.
Another break already?
No, we're not taking another break, Woody. My gosh.
Boy, does he have a lot of chutzpah.
That's right. I've got a lot of chutzpah, as they say. Good morning, Bonnie.
And as they say, good morning, Evan. There's no rest for the weary.
No,
so
not at all.
We're not taking any breaks. We're up and at 'em with you this morning.
Always having a great time. Yeah, they're even screaming about the show, too. How about that one?
Yeah, I like to hear them scream, and cheers are always good. And, when they send food, that's always nice as well, or maybe sending flowers.
Yes, we'll broadcast for food. That's our motto. We broadcast for you. You send us food, and it's a win-win for everybody. Happy Thursday. Welcome into the program. Today's date, September 24th, 2020. If you haven't figured it out by now, the month of September is damn near gone already. Where the heck is the year gone?
Yeah, and it's just like Tara and Krista talking with us too on the phone yesterday about, just like where has the year gone? And I remember her saying before you know it, it's going to be Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas always goes by so fast anyway.
Yeah, before you know it, the year 2022 is going to be here. Quicker than you can blink.
And then, and the elections too. What are we out? Maybe just 41 days away from Election Day on November 3.
Yep, 41 days.
And, I got to figure that out because I am going to be on vacation. Might even be out of town during Election Day. So I got to probably,
get
step
a
out.
Maybe
mail in. I might put on the mask and, go to my local precinct and do it early. I really have to make a plan and figure that out.
All right. Sounds good. Coming up a little bit later on in the program, we have a real treat in store for folks that are listening in from the reality TV show Season 2, Marrying Millions. Mr. Rick Sykes is going to be here, multi-millionaire, lives on a yacht down in Miami with his girlfriend, Erica, who's 23 years old. Rick is in his 60s. And you often wonder, what does a 60-something-year-old want with a 20-something-year-old? Well, we're going to find out from Rick when we talk to Rick in the 8 o'clock hour.
I've been liking that show. And, that show is completely addictive, like most of them are. It keeps you watching. And I got into the first season of it where they had Gentile was marrying the fella that was maybe a few years younger than her. They had Megan and Sean, who, of course, they had to sign that prenup, or she didn't want to sign the prenup like the dad wanted them to sign. Yeah,
that was the dad who wanted all that crap.
But they got married anyway, and in the end, they stayed together. And I think they're probably the only two from that first series, that first episode that stayed together in that.
Oh, you have Bill and Brianna. They're still together.
Bill and Brianna.
Yeah, now, Bill and Brianna.
Why don't I remember them?
Bill is a gentleman with the long hair. He's the real estate tycoon.
Oh, you're right.
Based out of Dallas, Texas, and his girlfriend, Brianna, who is very, very young. He kind of looks like a rock star when you look at him.
He really does. At first, when I was watching these episodes, I was thinking, gosh, he's a rock star. And then they brought up how he does all of these real estate developments and situated in Miami, most of the doings done in Dallas. But I actually got him confused with the gentleman, Rick Sykes, you say. I got him confused with Rick, who's going to be on the show today. I thought they were the same person.
No.
Because of his being in the Miami area, of course.
Well,
but
they're
not the same.
They're both not in Miami. Bill and Brianna are based out of Dallas, Texas.
Yeah, but I remember from like series one
Bill,
where
Bill has a place that a house on the water, I do believe, down in Miami that they go and stay at periodically.
Yeah, that's why I thought maybe he was the same fella we were going to be interviewing this morning.
Right. Then you have Genty and Brian. Unfortunately, Genty and Brian are no longer together, but Genty is on this season. You got Danny and Donovan, Kevin and Katie, Noni and Reese, and Rodney and Desiree. those are all the couples for this season 2.
I got to get into this juicy season 2 now. You see,
It's good.
we did watch the first season, and like I said, it does keep you watching. It just keeps you on your toes, and you just remain interested in all these people. Oh yeah, I remember the older woman too that was dating the younger fella that sort of looked like a Heath Ledger kind of type. He had kind of like longer,
Are you talking
shaggy
about
hair.
this season or last season?
Last season.
Okay.
And this was the older woman. She had a daughter that was the age of the fella that she was dating.
Oh, yes. Yeah, it looks like I remember that woman. She had looked like she had plastic surgery on her lips or something.
Very, very pretty, however, with
I
those
remember her.
engaging eyes. I thought
Mhm.
her eyes were beautiful and
Yep.
a good-looking lady. And it makes me wonder if it worked out for the two of them, like even with that big age difference where she was the older lady in the
Well,
relationship
they have
too.
a couple like that this season as well, Noni and Reese. Reese is a avid skateboarder, and Noni is the older lady. So she's courting around a young guy. So I guess you call her a
Ooh.
cougar,
Oh, that's juicy,
so to
Evan.
speak. Yeah.
And how much older? Do you know how much older?
That's a good amount of years.
she is?
You can go on the website for the program for Marrying Millions. I have a DVR. I actually talked to Rick on the phone yesterday around probably around 4:30, 4:45 before I headed out to church because we had Christ Fellowship students last night at church, and he says to me, I said, "Hey, how's the engagement going?" And he goes, "You're gonna have to watch tonight's episode to find
He
out."
wouldn't give
I'm
you-
like, "Gee, thanks.
He
You
thought-
wouldn't tell me anything."
Yeah, because he knew you were going to do the radio show this morning.
Yeah, and I said to Rick, I'm like, "Hey, dude, I got to get to bed early because I get up super early in the morning. So we'll just kind of play it by ear, and we'll just kind of go off the cuff when we speak on Thursday morning."
You know what's going to be fun for me when we do it here? It's going to be like bouncing the other way around where, like, because I didn't watch the second season, any of it,
Mhm.
I don't know this gentleman at all. So without watching him first, I'm going to hear him on the phone today. And
Right.
probably from when we talk with him today, it's going to make me go watch now and really
He's
see
a
who
hoot.
he
That's
is.
all I got to tell you. He's definitely a hoot without a doubt. He's a character. He's a great guy. I've gotten to know him over the last couple of weeks. Him and I have spoken on the phone several times, and I'm really looking forward to having him on the program in the 8:00 hour. It's going to be a riveting interview. I want to ask him the one question: why the young girl? That's what I want to know.
Maybe we could get the young girl on the program too a little bit
she's
later on
busy.
in up and coming weeks.
She's super, super busy. I asked Rick if we could have Erica on the phone at the same time, and she's obviously she's traveling. She is actually visiting her folks up northways. I do believe it's the Illinois area, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, maybe she's
And
Chicago.
Springfield.
Oh, Springfield, Illinois.
Yep, she's from Springfield, Illinois. She's only 23 years old.
That's where the Guiding Light had its setting for people that watched the Guiding Light soap
Mhm.
opera for many years. I believe they were all situated in Springfield, Illinois.
Yeah, there's a 45-year age difference between the two of them.
45.
She's 23 and he is 68. But then again, I can relate to that because, Rachel and I are basically I want to say 45, 55.
You're 15 years apart,
yeah,
aren't
about
you?
15. Yeah, about 15 years. We're about 15 years apart. So I can relate to that. And when I told him that yesterday on the phone, when I was talking to him, he was like, "Oh, you can relate to my relationship. You've got a young girl also." I'm like, "Yeah, when I used to go to the mall when I first got married, I used to get people ask me, is that my daughter?" So he goes, "Well, I got one better for you. I take it to a whole nother level." And I asked him, like, "What do you do?" And he says, "Well, if they ask if it's my daughter, I say, yeah. And then I just start kissing her right there in front of them."
Oh, good gosh.
And
but-
he lays the shock factor right in.
Maybe people are thinking it's his granddaughter too, or great granddaughter.
Yeah, I mean, anything's
don't know.
possible.
I don't know if I want to tell him that today. I
No,
don't know if
please
he'd be too enthused.
No, please do not say stuff like that to him, whatever you do.
But people, hey, you know what? I might not be the only one. People might be thinking it. And
Well,
if you're out there, you got to take the grain, don't you?
I don't want to scare him off the phone.
Okay.
I promised him I wouldn't bash him yesterday when I talked to him on the phone. I says, hey, I'm not going to bash you on the radio.
So I wonder if there's going to be like wedding bells in their future.
I don't know. You'll have to ask.
Yeah.
I'm not going to reveal anything that what him and I talked about.
It would be great to see him too visually, just when I ask about those wedding bells, to see the gleam in his eye.
Yeah. And, he doesn't look 68 years old, to be honest with you. He looks maybe in his 50s, I want to say. He's a young looking guy. The yacht that they live on is just really amazing.
What has he done for a living? What does he do?
I don't know. That's just it. I don't know.
Oh.
He's, he's a wealthy guy. He's a multimillionaire. And he's got this young girl that he met on social media.
I'm not really against it. I wouldn't be prejudiced about, anybody dating a younger girl or a girl dating a younger guy. I just know that, like, between me and Gary, we're 2 or 3 years apart.
Oh, that's nothing.
So it's like, I like it this way because we have everything that like when we were growing up in common. Okay. So really you don't run out of things to talk about. You can go back to the situations of when you were young. Remember the maybe same TV commercials, the movies that you watched when you were young, the 80s music, which we love. And, we just have all that same kind of grind and grain in common.
I just know that on last week's episode, he did propose to her, but he did not ask her father's blessing first.
Oh.
And she was a little upset about that.
Now, it makes me wonder, too, do the parents even know about this relationship?
Well, of course they do. Rick has met her father.
Well, see, I didn't know. I mean, I don't know. I haven't been watching, so I just brought up the question.
Yeah. They've met face to face, and it was interesting to watch the meeting. Definitely so. You could tell there was some tension there. The body language, just all sorts of stuff.
Yeah. And what's really fun about that show too, Evan, is when, they show the two main people in the relationship, but then they bring out the friends. Like I remember seeing the one with the real young girl and the tycoon from Dallas with that looks like the rock star.
Yeah.
When they went out to eat with friends, and maybe I think one might have even been the ex-wife of him at the dinner table, so much older than she is, the young lady that he's dating.
Yeah, one of Rick's friends, his name is David. I'm not going to say his last name, but he's also Rick's business manager as well. And he has warned Rick several times to be careful that she possibly could be out for his money.
That's what makes the program so juicy. It's because in the back of your mind, when you're watching these people, you're wondering too, and you're trying to figure out, are they really in it for love?
Or are they in it for the money?
Exactly.
So anything is possible.
Yeah.
Anything is possible. So he'll be on the program a little bit later on this morning in the 8:00 hour, right after the news. So I'm real curious to pick his brain and find out exactly, what makes him tick.
Exactly.
What makes this guy tick? Why does he like a younger girl? Why can't he date somebody that's his age?
Or with all of the young, beautiful women, young and old, all around the world, why is it her? And what is so special about her?
I don't know. I mean, I follow her on Instagram. I've seen her Instagram page. I've seen her Facebook page. I've looked her up all over the place. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give her a 9.5.
That's great.
She's a gorgeous young lady.
Yeah.
She's model material. And she does her own thing. So, we'll find out all the juicy gossip a little bit later on the 8:00 hour. 6:20 right now. It's news time. Let's go to the news desk for our first newscast this morning. Here's Bonnie.
Thank you, Evan. Underscoring the crucial importance of Florida to his re-election hopes, President Trump begins a 2-day campaign swing in the Sunshine State tonight in Jacksonville.
The president will hold an outdoor rally at Cecil Airport this evening. Temperatures will be taken before attendees are admitted. The campaign will provide masks and encourage supporters to wear them and to practice social distancing. Bennett's on to Miami for a Latinos for Trump roundtable Friday morning. With 29 electoral votes, Florida's the biggest swing state up for grabs. I'm Larry Spillman.
The man behind the drive to restore voting rights to convicted felons in Florida will have to wait to get a pardon of his own from the Clemency Board. Governor Ron DeSantis delayed a pardon vote for Desmond Meade.
It's been over 20 years since I've done anything wrong, and I have dedicated all 20 of those years to giving back to the community and being an asset to my community.
Meanwhile, the legal fight over how to implement Amendment 4 is continuing. Florida's Attorney General is asking state and federal law enforcement on Wednesday to investigate possible election law violations by billionaire and former Democratic presidential candidate Mike Bloomberg. Ashley Moody made that request after Bloomberg helped raise more than $16 million for Florida felons to pay their debts so they can vote in the presidential election. President Trump leads Joe Biden by 4 points in a new ABC News Washington Post poll of likely Florida voters. Senator Rick Scott tells the Fox Business Network the $100 million Mike Bloomberg has pledged to help Biden win Florida won't put him over the top.
Floridians do not want Joe Biden, so Bloomberg's trying to sell a bad candidate. They don't want a tax increase. Think of how many people have come to Florida because they're sick and tired of taxes in other states. So Joe Biden's big tax increase is not going to go over well.
The poll shows Trump's advantage among men is bigger than Biden's lead among Florida women. President Donald Trump was asked on Wednesday if he would commit to leaving office peacefully in January if he loses to Joe Biden in November. Trump's response, we're going to have to see what happens. You know, I have been complaining very strongly about the ballots, and the ballots are a disaster, Trump said. When pressed to elaborate, Trump added, we want to get rid of the ballots. We'll have a very peaceful, there won't be a transfer. Frankly, there will be a continuation. Now, last week, Joe Biden said during a CNN town hall that he would accept the outcome once the full results are counted. I mean, he never can anybody, any of you or history majors out there think of any president who said early on, I'm not sure I'm going to accept the results of the election. It depends, Biden said. I mean, what's happened to us in this case, it's not who we are. This is not what America is. No presidents ever said anything like that. And the healthcare district of Palm Beach County, the health department of Palm Beach County and the school district are once again joining forces to help keep students safe in school. WPTV's Ryan Hughes explains nurses are taking on many new challenges caused by COVID.
This is just kind of how you enter the clinic. The back of the door is behind me.
Inside Marsh Point Elementary School in Palm Beach Gardens.
1, 2, 3.
The health room and clinic has been modified into a triage area this year to help school nurses focus on students suspected of having COVID-19, infection control, and social distancing.
And we keep the students in a separate area who may present with like an injury or need their daily medication. So that's different for us this year.
Sherry Mahan is the registered nurse on duty at Marsh Point, wearing full personal protective equipment and beginning her 4th school year that's unlike any other.
The difference this year is that we're limited in how many people we can house in the clinic. So we have to have markings on the floor that are 6 feet apart.
More than 200 nurses from the healthcare district of Palm Beach County put the finishing touches on their health rooms last week inside 170 schools in the district.
It's not if, it's when. So we're expecting that at some point there will be a COVID positive.
The nurses will screen the student, determine if testing is needed. Health rooms will also be sanitized between each visit, and the nurses are also receiving real-time clinical support.
The healthcare district has an incident command center, which is managed by medical providers, medical doctors, and they can guide us.
The challenges may have grown, but the goal of keeping students safe and healthy remains the same. In Palm Beach Gardens, Ryan Hughes, WPTV, News Channel 5.
And lastly, Florida is reporting more than 200 more deaths from the coronavirus. Now, the Department of Health says there were almost 2,600 new cases. For the first time in a decade, the Rays are champions of the American League East after Tampa Bay defeated the Mets 8-5 at Citi Field thanks to a big 2-run homer from Brandon Lowe and a pair of homers by Randy Arozarena Meanwhile, the Yankees were routed by the Blue Jays 14-1, shrinking Toronto's magic number for a postseason berth to one in the tightly contested AL Central. The Twins leapfrogged the White Sox into first place after Kenta Maeda delivered another great performance on the mound in Minnesota's 7-6 win over the Tigers, while Chicago lost on a Jordan Luplow walk-off home run in Cleveland 3-2. The White Sox find themselves a half game behind the Twins, and the Tribe is 2.5 games behind Minnesota in the division. News time is 6:26, and weather and traffic together are next.
.627 the time on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together, all brought to you by Code Red Roofers.
And there's an accident on the Turnpike southbound in Fort Pierce. This accident is at mile marker 152. It's southbound before you hit Midway Road, and the right lane is blocked. Here in Martin County, we have a nice ride. No traffic accidents or tie-ups. There's your latest look at traffic. In Stewart, it's 80 degrees, and in Melmo, Sweden, 63 and showers. Here's our forecast at WPTV.
Good morning, my sunshines, and happy Thursday to you. Starting off this morning in the mid to upper 70s with a few clouds out there and isolated showers blowing in from off the Atlantic. Highs today in the upper 80s with heat index values in the mid 90s. Partly sunny skies throughout the day and a 30% chance for some isolated showers and storms. Winds will stay breezy out of the southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. A small craft advisory and high surf advisory remain in place throughout the day. Tomorrow, hot and humid, highs in the upper 80s, but feeling like the upper 90s. We'll start off the day with morning sunshine, then showers and storms developing along the sea breeze. Numerous showers and storms expected through sunset. I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie on Martin County Station, AM 1450 WSTU. Now let's get back to the program with Evan and Bonnie.
You have heard her call up and be funny on the Get Up and Go show, Stewart's #1 morning show. Now the Stewart Comedy Club, in association with Fredo Entertainment Productions, presents Big Kitty in her first stand-up comedy appearance.
Well.
Big Kitty talks about men. Big Kitty on raising kittens. Big Kitty's hilarious stories about using the cat box. Here is what fans are saying about the comedy of Big Kitty.
It was fresh and funny. Can't wait to see her again.
Big Kitty is one funny cat.
I don't get it. The cat got up on stage and meowed for about 45 minutes.
Tickets are on sale now to see Big Kitty live at the Stewart Comedy Club. Call 1-800-FUNNY-CAT. That's 1-800-FUNNY-CAT now to reserve your tickets today. It's Big Kitty Live, the funniest cat in the world.
You know, I wonder if we were to give away tickets to go see Big Kitty live, Bonnie, would people actually go?
I kind of think they would. And, you know, maybe they would be delighted to know it's 1-800-FUNNY-CAT instead of 1-800-SMELLY-CAT.
Yeah, that's true. 1-800-FUNNY-CAT. You can call that number and see what you get. Let's do some viral videos. There's a commercial from Radiant Plumbing in Austin, Texas, that's been racking up some hits online lately. It's a Terminator spoof starring a robot toilet and a cast of characters, and it's got some bad Arnold Schwarzenegger. Let's listen in.
We must destroy the mother toilet. We will not stand for a toilet takeover. We've got bowel movement. Turn on all frequencies. Alpha team, status report.
I can see the mother toilet now.
Go! Now! The toilets have taken over the squad commander. He's been covered in mud.
That's not mud. It must be terminated.
Come with me if you want to flush. Punch me! We got the white feet. Toilet, baby. For all your plumbing, AC, and drain needs, just call Radiant. Come on, what are you doing? Pick up the phone now.
Oh,
That did sound like Arnie too in there.
it did a little bit, but I don't know. I'm a little, I don't know. I'm a little kind of on the fence, off the fence about that commercial. It was a little, I don't know, a little overkill.
Well, Toilinator with the toilets taking over, and you know, it might have happened only this year in 2020 and COVID-19 because there's probably been more toilets than there has been toilet paper.
Yeah,
which is unusual.
This is true.
So
I
maybe
remember the toilet paper shortage that was going on for a while.
Yeah.
There's a woman who noticed that her parrot squeaks when she squeezes its head. Kind of sounds like a dog's chew toy, but maybe she should ask the parrot if he's cool with getting randomly pinched every time she wants to be amused by herself and make her own pleasure by squeezing this poor parrot's head. Let's listen.
Yep.
This is all she does.
Yeah.
She squeezes the parrot's head.
Hey.
I don't think animal rights will be getting involved with this one. I watched the video and it doesn't look like she's hurting the parrot when she's squeezing its head.
No, it's not like she's squeezing the brains out of the parrot's head.
But it just looks like she's squeezing with a little tap, and then the parrot gets excited and wants to chirp.
Yeah, exactly. So every time she just kind of like, it looks like she's just touching the parrot's head. And every time she touches its head, it makes that noise.
Yeah, that's kind of sweet. It does kind of remind you of a squeaky toy. Of course, if I had that parrot at home, I wouldn't let my cats play with it like it was a squeaky toy.
Come on, that makes it even more fun.
No, I would be like, certainly not. That parrot would probably become
be so
like
much fun.
Like my little baby too. I would take care of it.
Okay, all right. This is from last year now. It's just making the rounds. A wildlife intern shot video of her exciting encounter with a lone wolf and then added advice on what to do if it should ever happen to you, if you ever encounter a lone wolf. So this is what she had to say.
I was alone, surveying an area for signs of wolf activity, when I saw a wolf walk out of the forest. It was clear that it didn't know that I was there. As it got closer, I said something quietly to alert the wolf. As soon as I did, the wolf stopped in its tracks, trying to figure out what made the noise. It turned and ran as soon as it realized I was there. Running away is a wolf's typical reaction to encountering a human. Sometimes wolves will bark, howl when they feel nervous or threatened. They might also follow a person at a distance until they are out of the area that the wolves feel protective of, like a den or feeding site. If you encounter a wolf and it doesn't run away at first, it may be because the wolf doesn't know that you're there. A shout and an arm wave can let the wolf know.
I don't know if I'm going to be waving at a wolf anytime soon.
I don't think I will either. Who's afraid of the big bad wolf?
Right?
I would be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't care how big you are.
No.
My gun will come out of my waist first if a wolf ever were to attack me.
I did see a huge wolf one time when I was up north. It was on one of the main highways up in Wisconsin, and there
Really?
was like a huge black one that was on this little ridge, like it was like a little hill outside of the woods. And it was pretty close to me. I got a really good view of it.
Wow. Here's an interesting stat, Bonnie. A couple of stats. Did you know that 9% of people check on their pets as the first thing they do when they get out of bed in the morning?
Mm-hmm.
I do that. I
Do
always
you?
check on Kaya.
Does Kaya kind of wake you up anyway?
No.
Where?
No, she's out. I can usually find Kaya in my chair out in the living room every morning when I get up.
Yeah. And
She starts out under my bed,
yes.
and then she goes to sleep under the bed. And then sometime in the middle of the night, I guess she migrates her way out to the living room, and I will find her in my chair, because when I get up, I see my chair rocking and moving.
Oh, man.
Because she hears me up and she quickly gets out of the chair like, oh crap, I need to get out of Pops's chair so he doesn't catch me. So I see the chair rocking and I'm like, yeah, I know who was in the chair.
Is that like your only chair? Like you are the only one in the house allowed to sit in it?
No, Rachel sits in my chair all the time. Gavin sits in my chair, but it's just it's Dad's chair. That's the chair that I sit in.
You know, and that's why animals are so special, because those are the times, like, say, if your animal gets sick or, you know, you have to put the animal down, you lose that pet. Those are the things that you miss firsthand when you wake up in the morning, you know, where that animal is kind of like always there, kind of getting into your routine. Like my kitty will wake me up with a little paw in the nose in the morning. It's like my little alarm clock.
Your cat sticks her paw up your nose?
In my nose, on my nose.
Ooh.
It gives it little taps
Okay.
to say, Bonnie, wake up. It's time for us to eat.
Oh.
Basically, what they're saying.
It's like,
But
feed me.
but I'm just saying, like, if that animal dies, yeah, then you're missing that.
Right.
And the first time you wake up in the morning, you're missing them the most.
Did you know that 3/4 of us have a flashlight in our homes, but less than half of those flashlights don't even work, Bonnie?
I know.
When was the last time you checked your flashlights?
You know, I do have one in the house that's working.
Just one.
One, and
We have like 9 flashlights in the house.
Are they? How many? Are what percentage is
Every
working?
one of them works.
You are on top of it, then.
Every one of them works.
I'm proud of that.
Well, you never know when the power's going to go out.
Yeah.
Here's
that's true.
the situation with that. If the power goes out and it's in the middle of the night, you don't have, you know, a leg to stand on, so to speak.
Yeah, you're not going to start lighting candles,
No.
but I suppose you could. But
Candles are so old
it's
fashioned.
more a little bit more dangerous. Yeah.
Did you know that red is the car color that gets hit with bird poop more than any other?
Oh, here.
Red.
I thought you were going to say red is the car color that gets stopped by police more than any other.
No.
But I think I might have heard that one before.
Red is the car color that definitely gets hit with bird crap more than any other out there.
And I just bought a red vehicle.
There you go.
But you know what? I don't see a line of bird doo-doo on my vehicle yet.
You haven't seen no bird crap on your car yet?
I'm surprised I haven't.
Okay. It's going to happen.
I know.
I just jinxed it.
Little droppings.
So when you go out this morning, when you get off the radio,
Yes.
you're going to have a bunch of bird crap on your car.
Could be.
Did you know that a study found that the music you listen to can affect the way your beer tastes? Now, have you ever noticed? I'm not a beer drinker, Okay, but have you ever noticed, Bonnie, that when you listen to different types of music, your beer tastes different ways? Because I know you like a good cold one every now and then.
I just remember, like, more in my youth, I think the music made me want to drink more beer even.
Oh, okay. Now
that certain song comes on and you start reminiscing and you get a little bit emotional and can you make that little sound of the can opening for me, Evan?
Oh, you want that soda can? Oh,
Yeah.
hold on 1 second.
Yep.
Let me find it here. I have to find my sound effect. Okay, here we go. Let me drop the ice in the cup first.
Oh.
There you go.
Hey man, it's free bird. Gotta have another beer.
There you go.
Yep. But I don't think any song really had like an effect on the way my beer tasted.
Okay.
From what I remember in the past.
All right. Did you know the average couple only spends 7 minutes a day being romantic?
Yeah.
7 minutes a day being romantic.
Well, at least that's some part of the day and not no part of the day. So I give them credit.
Did you okay. Did you know that another survey says that the average woman secretly loves to vacuum?
Oh yeah.
They absolutely love to vacuum.
I love it too.
Do you really?
Secretly, yeah. It's kind of like especially when you have that power vacuum and it's brand new and it's just sucking everything up.
Do you feel powerful when you can suck everything up?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
It's just like I must bring out my vacuum at least every other day.
Okay.
Because you just don't like your house dirty.
For me, it's therapeutic.
Yeah,
I'm the one that does
agree.
most of the vacuuming in the house.
Uh-huh.
I'm not dissing my wife, don't get me wrong.
Right.
But I just like a clean house.
Yeah.
So I'm the one that's always, for me, getting a vacuum out, it's very therapeutic. Now, when Gavin was a little child, he was infatuated with the vacuum cleaner. So we bought him his own little vacuum.
Oh, how cute that is.
And he would just go around and watch Daddy vacuum up the floor and the carpet, and Gavin would do the same thing. Saggy diaper and all.
I remember when we were kids too, Mom and Dad would buy us the little fake lawnmowers so we could, take little play toy lawnmower outside and pretend we were mowing the grass.
Now, here's something that's very interesting. Did you know that around 60% of drivers still have a cassette player in their car?
Oh, yeah.
60% of drivers still have a cassette deck in their car.
Now, that's pretty unusual, don't you think?
I don't know. It depends on what kind of car it is.
Yeah.
I know I just bought something online the other day. I have a bunch of my air checks from my FM radio days that I have nothing to play them on. They're on cassette tape.
Uh-huh.
So I bought a device that you put the cassette tape in and you put a jump drive in it, and it transfers the audio from the cassette tape to the thumb drive, and it makes it digital. So
No
you have
kidding.
it. Yeah.
Oh,
It was like $39 investment.
it makes it digital, so it's like you're sounding what you're hearing is like it's brand shining, sparkling new almost.
no,
or a better sound quality. I
No,
want to say.
all it's doing is taking the file that's on the tape
Yeah.
and putting it on a thumb drive.
Okay.
That's all it's doing for you.
But at
so it's
least
taking
you're-
it from analog and digitizing it and putting it on the thumb drive for you. It doesn't improve the quality or anything like that. It still sounds the same.
At least you're getting a backup is what you're saying.
Yeah, you're basically you're going to have a digital file of your air check
Oh, good gosh.
to save for down the road in the future.
I have tons of cassettes up in my attic,
Do
and
you?
I'm afraid to take them down and play them because I'm afraid they're going to be all warbly, and you know how hot the attic gets in the summertime.
I took
But-
mine. I listened to some of my cassettes that were up in the attic, and mine were perfectly fine.
Were they?
Yes.
Oh, that inspires me.
Perfectly fine. Nothing wrong at all.
That really inspires me. It's almost like I've been afraid lately, to go up in my old attic because, like, I know I have pictures in there, and Mom died in February,
Right.
And then I guess part of me wants to bring the old pictures down and maybe reminisce, but I haven't.
Nothing wrong with that.
I haven't gotten myself to do that yet,
Okay.
and I don't know why. I don't know if that's a normal thing.
Well, it's part of the
or-
healing process. You're not ready yet.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to sit here and tell you just go up and do it.
Yeah.
Because everybody heals differently.
And the weird thing is, I know I have cassettes up there way back when, from like when I was a kid, and my older brothers, and you could probably hear my mom and my dad in the background on those cassettes.
Right.
I I just haven't gotten up the gumption to get those down yet and rolling and
One
listening.
day you will. You will.
Yeah.
Do you have a cassette player?
I don't anymore.
Okay.
No, I do not.
Okay. Well, when you're ready, I'll loan you my device. And
No
You
kidding.
can transfer the files. You just have to buy a thumb drive.
I would love that. Yeah, I would be glad to do so.
Did you know that if you're average, okay, you'll start your car at least 4 times today? 4 times today, you're going to start your car.
It is true.
The average person starts their vehicle 4 times a day. And lastly, on average, people throw away a quarter of a loaf of bread. 1/4 of a loaf of bread people throw away.
Is that's like every week, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially in I buy that bread from Walmart that's made in the deli. So it's the Italian bread. You only pay $1 for it.
Okay.
But it's Italian bread, deli fresh. And because that's not made with the, I guess, preservatives that comes from the factory,
Right.
that bread just molds right away. And,
Now-
we go through it in a day and I have to throw it away.
You know what they say. By the way, you're a poet. You didn't know it. You just made a rhyme.
I did.
Yes, you did.
I did not.
Yeah, you just
I can't
you
remember.
just made a rhyme like 5 seconds ago.
Okay.
Yes. You said day and away all in one sentence.
All right. Oh,
yes.
I didn't even realize that I did that.
Yep.
So
See, poet didn't even know it. But anyway, a little known secret out there that I've known that my parents told me about a long time ago. If you leave bread out for so long, it starts to grow mold.
yeah.
Okay, it gets moldy. So to avoid bread getting moldy, you put bread in the refrigerator.
Oh yeah.
And you put it in the little bin that comes out where you keep your cold cuts.
Yeah, I've seen that before, and I've seen some people even freeze their bread.
Oh, I freeze my bread. I freeze
Yeah.
bread all the time. When I'm ready to use it, I take it out of the freezer and let it thaw out on the counter, and then I put it in the fridge. Now, keep in mind that when you put it in the fridge, yes, your bread's going to get a little hard, but nothing like putting 2 slices on a paper plate in the microwave for 10 seconds, and it just softens your bread right up.
That, and what I was thinking, Evan, I wouldn't even mind a cold tuna fish sandwich with that bread coming right out of the refrigerator.
Well, keep in mind, the bread is a little stiff
Yeah.
when it's in the fridge, okay, because it is cold. So to get it back to its normal texture, you want to put it in the microwave for maybe 10, 15 seconds.
That makes a lot of sense.
It doesn't warm it, but it gets it just about right.
That goes the same for Reese's peanut butter cups. Gary will put that in the refrigerator too, but they'll get kind of on the hard side for me.
Don't try
so
biting into one of those things.
You're going to lose a tooth.
Yeah,
Visit the
you'll lose
dentist.
more than a tooth, trust me. 6:48 news time once again. Let's go to the news desk here.
Thank you, Evan. Underscoring the crucial importance of Florida to his re-election hopes, President Trump begins a 2-day campaign swing in the Sunshine State tonight in Jacksonville.
The president will hold an outdoor rally at Cecil Airport this evening. Temperatures will be taken before attendees are admitted. The campaign will provide masks and encourage supporters to wear them and to practice social distancing. Then it's on to Miami for a Latinos for Trump roundtable Friday morning. With 29 electoral votes, Florida's the biggest swing state up for grabs. I'm Larry Spillman.
The man behind the drive to restore voting rights to convicted felons in Florida will have to wait to get a pardon of his own from the Clemency Board. Governor Ron DeSantis delayed a pardon vote for Desmond Meade.
It's been over 20 years since I've done anything wrong, and I have dedicated all 20 of those years to giving back to the community and being an asset to my community.
Meanwhile, the legal fight over how to implement Amendment 4 is continuing. President Trump leads Joe Biden by 4 points in a new ABC News Washington Post poll of likely Florida voters. Senator Rick Scott tells the Fox Business Network the $100 million Mike Bloomberg has pledged to help Biden win Florida won't put him over the top.
Floridians do not want Joe Biden, so Bloomberg's trying to sell a bad candidate. They don't want a tax increase. Think of how many people have come to Florida because they're sick and tired of taxes in other states. So Joe Biden's big tax increase is not going to go over well.
Missouri Governor Mike Parson has tested positive for COVID-19. His office announced Wednesday afternoon. The announcement came a few hours after a spokesperson for the governor confirmed that First Lady Teresa Parson had tested positive for coronavirus. Parson, age 65, has displayed no symptoms and feels healthy. statement from his office, while the First Lady has minor symptoms. And lastly, the nation's largest wave garden, a simulated surfing park, is slated to come to Midway Road as part of a 200-acre community development. It is to feature 800 residential homes, 600 hotel rooms, 400,000 square feet of retail space, 125,000 of office space, and thousands of potential jobs. The new Willow Lakes Village is expected to cost $595 million in new construction, according to developers, and the first phase of building could begin in the third quarter of 2021, depending on permitting and approvals. Wave Pool could make Fort Pierce a surfing destination in Florida. The LA Chargers scratched quarterback Tyrod Taylor just before Sunday's game for a chest injury. Now, as it turns out, the cause of the injury was the team doctor. Taylor was supposed to start the game, but his ribs were sore, so he went to the doctor to get a painkiller. The doctor injected it, but in the process, he punctured his lung. Now, Chargers coach Anthony Lynn acknowledged that Taylor suffered a complication from the injection. He won't start against the Carolina Panthers this weekend. Hey, NFL on tap for tonight. Miami plays Jacksonville tonight, and that game looks like it's in Jacksonville. Our news time is 6:52, and weather and traffic together are next.
.653 the time on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together, all brought to you by Code Red Roofers. Bonnie?
Well, Evan, on the turnpike in Fort Pierce, southbound at mile marker 153, there's some road construction in that area, so the outside lane is blocked, and slow down right there. Here in Martin County, no accidents to report. Just look for the school kids out and about in the school buses, of course. There's your latest look at traffic. It's 77 in Port St. Lucie, and this morning in Crete, Nebraska, it's 63 with a clear sky. Here's our forecast at WPTV.
Good morning, my sunshines, and happy Thursday to you. Starting off this morning in the mid to upper 70s with a few clouds out there and isolated showers blowing in from off the Atlantic. Highs today in the upper 80s with heat index values in the mid 90s. Partly sunny skies throughout the day and a 30% chance for some isolated showers and storms. Winds will stay breezy out of the southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. A small craft advisory and high surf advisory remain in place throughout the day. Tomorrow, hot and humid, highs in the upper 80s, but feeling like the upper 90s. We'll start off the day with morning sunshine, then showers and storms developing along the sea breeze. Numerous showers and storms expected through sunset. I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
If you have a suggestion for the show, we would love to hear from you. Send us an email to WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. Now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
Hi, I'm Sarah McLaughlin. Did you know for just about $19 a month you can help a radio DJ receive the food, shelter, and a pair of headphones they so desperately need? Donate now and you'll also receive a photo of the DJ you're adopting along with a bumper sticker from the radio station. If we get enough donations, they'll be able to make rent, eat something unhealthy, and maybe even update their demo reel. 'Cause, you know, the radio business. Won't you please help a radio DJ today?
Send us some food, okay? That's all we need. We don't need money.
It should be.
We don't need $19 a month. We just need food.
It should be more like help a radio DJ that's out of work, because there have been so many. The jobs are far few and in between nowadays.
Yeah, definitely. So we're WSTU Stewart. We're Martin County's Heritage Station. The news is coming up next in the 7 o'clock hour. Joe Catrapone is going to be here from the Stewart Martin Chamber of Commerce giving us an update. So we'll be back in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere.
Coming to you live from Stuart, Florida, the greatest little town in the world. It's the Get Up and Go show on AM 1450 WSTU. You're invited to call the show anytime at 772-220-9788. And now, broadcasting live from their palatial studios, here are your hosts, Evan and Bonnie.
Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer. Hour number 2 from the Palatial Radio Studios. That's right. That's what they say when they listen to our show. What a rush.
I know that's right.
Because we are the best damn thing this side of the Mississippi River.
I heard that.
And you know what they always say when you sit down to eat dinner?
Eat your damn dinner.
That's right. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning to you, Evan. And, I feel a rush every time I drink a Mountain Dew, too, in the morning.
Well, then all you got to do is
concentrate.
That's right. Pretty simple, right?
Yep, it gets my concentration going.
Yeah, but you know what they also say?
You guys are living the good life.
Yeah, we're always living the good life.
Yeah.
Always
down
living
here
the good
in
life.
Florida, except for when that hurricane comes around.
That's true.
But we don't want any to come around, so I'm
No.
not going to jinx it.
No hurricane.
Still in that season, though.
That's right.
Ba 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 boom.
That's right. We're full of fun this morning, as we always are. Coming up bottom of the hour today, we're going to have Joe Catcherbone's going to be here from the Stuart Martin County Chamber of Commerce. He heads that organization up.
Yes.
Yeah, so we'll find out what's going on.
I passed that on Canner Highway. I passed the chamber from time to time. I've been meaning to stop in and say hi to Joe.
Make sure you
say
say Chamber of Commerce, because if you just say chamber, they're going to think you're going in some kind of a lockdown place or something like that.
We don't want people thinking that now.
No, let's do some birthdays and anniversaries.
News on the radio. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
You know whose birthday it is today, don't you?
I do.
That's right.
The time has come.
That's right.
It's the time for us to give him the biggest call. And
Yeah.
do you think he's more awake this morning? Maybe he had his Mountain Dew too already?
I don't know.
Hopefully he sounds awake. I'm kind of keeping
It's
my
going to be
fingers
great.
crossed.
I can't
Evan.
wait for this. I've been waiting for this one.
No, he doesn't seem the guy that would stay up all night and party just
No.
because it's his birthday. So he should sound awake for us, really.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
Come on now.
Here we go. See if he answers.
Yeah, I've been waiting to call.
Oh, yeah, baby. 66 never looked this good, did it?
That's right.
Happy birthday, my friend.
Thanks.
Today's the day, huh?
It's been a crazy year, so it's like almost like, what's today?
Yeah.
George, you do sound more awake to me this morning.
Yeah, he knew you were calling this morning.
You sound a little better, more crisp. Yeah.
Let's put it this way. I already had my computer on watching you guys.
Yeah, he knew it was coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, he knew it was coming. He knows we don't play around. So what are you doing for your birthday today, man?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Really nothing.
You could hop in the car. You could be here by dinner time. I'll cook you dinner. How long does it take you to drive down here from Kentucky? 12 hours?
Yeah.
All right.
Your
So
place, yeah,
if you were to get in the truck and leave right now, you'd be here by 7:10. I could have dinner on the table, and then I'd be able to get to bed by 8 o'clock.
Yeah. I'd be already.
And I'm sure Rachel would be glad to make you a delicious birthday cake.
Yeah.
Now, wouldn't she?
She would.
Yeah.
She's a good baker. She cooks.
Oh.
She cooks. So you're not doing nothing for your birthday?
No. We got a lot of the rain that's coming from that tropical storm hurricane that hit Texas.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
Sally,
we're getting
right?
a lot.
Sally.
That girl.
No, the other hurricane.
Oh.
It was in the Gulf.
Okay.
It just hit Houston area.
Oh, okay. All right.
We're getting all that. We're under flood watches and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
All right. Well, enjoy your day. Enjoy 66. You're 4 more closer to 70.
Oh, sure.
Oh, wait a minute. You can can't you officially retire at 67?
I can officially retire at 65.
Well, you could, but you won't get as much Social Security, though.
Well, it doesn't change. You know, you.
Well, I
people
got
don't
my
have to
I
have
got my
that
statement. I got my statement from Social Security the other day, and they said if I retire at 62, I get X amount of dollars. If I retire at 65, I get X amount of dollars, and then if I retire at 67, I get even more money.
You're right. I think that age is 67.
Yeah, see, it's different for those who have been on disability too.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I forgot. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're a whole different animal.
It's a whole, roar.
Do you get the AARP magazine?
Oh God, you had to go there, didn't you?
Because I like that magazine. I mean, there's
Do
some
you get
good-
it?
I don't get it, but maybe I should. You know, there's some good reading material sometime in there.
George, do you get ARP? She wants to know.
Hey, well, I have AOL. I still have.
You're in the AOL era. Oh my God, you're in the dinosaur era. Get out of there.
When it first came out.
Okay.
That's what happened. I still have it. My email
Why don't
address
you
is
convert?
there.
Why don't you convert over to a Gmail address?
Yeah.
Oh God.
I don't even
Everyone-
use my AOL email address anymore. I converted everything over to Gmail. It's so much better.
Walking into your house,
I mean,
George, it would be like maybe going back 20 years.
All you got to do is just do pbskateso@gmail.com, see if it's available, sign up, and away you go. And then just slowly mitigate away from the AOL stuff.
I actually have a Gmail.
Oh, you do? You never told me about it?
Yeah. Well, you never asked.
I never asked. I know that was coming. All right. All right. Well, listen, we're going to let you go. Happy birthday, buddy.
Yes, happy
And I
birthday.
will see you in December, and we'll do a birthday dinner or something like that, a little belated birthday.
All right. Y'all have a good day.
All right, I will. Take care. Bye-bye.
He sounds so sweet.
He's a great guy.
Yeah, he sounds like a good guy.
He is. He's got a heart as big as gold.
Yeah.
He'll give his left arm, his right arm, his left leg, and his right leg, and any
his-
body part.
A chef too, and he could make his own birthday dinner.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't make him do that.
Yeah.
Let's get to birthdays, anniversaries back in the day. Bonnie, do you have anybody this morning?
Happy early birthday to my friend Jody.
She got a phone?
I did send her a message yesterday. And,
She have a phone?
She does, but
Can we
I'm not
call her?
going to call her till maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow would be a better day.
We can call her on the air tomorrow?
Yeah, we're going to try. I think we
Really?
can try to do a wake up with her. If I get
Okay.
the word back from her that it
No,
is
see,
okay
you
to
can't tell
call
her that
early.
because that's what makes it more special is the element of surprise.
Yeah.
So they call up, we call them, and then we surprise them with a happy birthday live on the
Oh,
radio.
and Terry C. Hafer, happy early birthday to you, my buddy up in Wisconsin.
Okay.
I think he has one on the 27th up and coming.
Okay. All right. Very good. And does Terry have a phone also?
I'm going to find out.
Okay. We need to start calling people on their
waking 'em up.
birthdays.
Yeah.
We need to do that. Enough of this being nice. It's no more being nice. If you're having a birthday, we're going to call you if we know your phone number.
And by the end
Plain
of the
and
year,
simple.
we still hope to have some friends.
Yeah, exactly. Ben Platt is 27 years old today. He's starring in the upcoming movie version of Dear Evan Hansen. Pia Wurtzbach is 31 years old. That's the real winner when Steve Harvey mistakenly gave Miss Columbia the Miss Universe crown in 2015.
Oh, she was the real winner,
Yeah,
huh?
yep.
Remember that when Steve Harvey did that, and because he's a comedian,
Yeah.
and then he said, "Wait a minute, I screwed up," and then everybody thought he was kidding around
Yeah,
because
exactly.
he's such a jokester.
Jessica Lucas is 35 years old. That's Tabitha on Gotham, Lily in Cloverfield. Stephanie McMahon. Do you have any idea who Stephanie McMahon is by any chance?
Is she married to maybe Jim McMahon from
No.
the Chicago Bears?
No, she is married to Triple H, former WWE wrestling superstar. Now he's a big executive with the company. And she is the daughter. She's known as the $1 billion princess. And she's the daughter of Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Vince McMahon, who heads up that entire mega empire, the
Oh.
World Wrestling Entertainment.
Sounds like World Wrestling royalty right there.
Ian Bowen, 44 years old today. Peter Hale on the first two seasons of MTV's Teen Wolf. Nia Vardalos is 58. That's writer and star of My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
My big fat Greek wedding.
Yes, yes, definitely so. Kevin Sorbo, that's Hercules, and the captain on Andromeda. Gordon Clapp, 72 years old. Detective Greg Medavoy on NYPD Blue.
That show was so good.
Yep.
I will go back and rewatch some of those episodes. And he played a good character on that.
The one and only legendary Mean Joe Green, 74 years old, NFL Hall of Famer, immortalized in the 1979 Coca-Cola ad for throwing his jersey to the kid who offered him a Coke. You can listen to Joe talk about the impact of the ad it had on his life as well.
And, they had that ad. They were replaying that ad, classic one, during the Super Bowl last year. And
Right.
they even did a segment on Mean Joe Green and that kid that was in the commercial are friends to this day. So they just kind of like showed a segment of the two of them talking in the football stadium alone.
Let's listen to the commercial. Here it is right here. Oh, this is behind the scenes.
Mean Joe Green, one of the most formidable defensemen in NFL history, nearly lost his nickname after appearing in a 1979 Coca-Cola commercial that softened his tough guy image. The award-winning commercial has been consistently voted as one of the greatest ads of all time. It reshaped Green's public persona and expanded his fan base. Before it aired, people were intimidated by him. Afterwards, they wanted to give him a hug.
I think he's the best ever.
It wasn't
There he is.
uncommon for me to go on the road and see this very grotesque looking figure, painted on boards, placards, Mean Joe. But
yeah. So, unbelievable. That commercial shot him into stardom.
Yeah, and it's just probably like it goes down as probably one of the best Super Bowl commercials of all time.
Yeah, hands down. I agree with you there, Bonnie.
Yeah, and it's nice that the kid grew up and, that he and the kid really kind of remained friends over the years.
Yeah, definitely so. Celebrating birthdays in the heavens, the Muppet genius himself, Mr. Jim Henson. Jim Henson. That's the Muppet creator.
Wow.
Celebrating a birthday. Linda McCartney, the Wings genius. Linda McCartney celebrating a birthday in the heavens. Audra Lindley celebrating a birthday in the heavens. That's Mrs. Roper on Three's Company. F. Scott Fitzgerald, author of The Great Gatsby as well. And Phil Hartman, the news radio genius. Andy Dick, indirectly responsible for his death because he reintroduced Phil's crazy wife, Brian, to cocaine after she had quit.
Oh, boy. Yeah. And you mentioned Mrs. Roper, too, up in the heavens.
Yeah.
Of Three's Company.
Yep.
Boy, I sure missed that show. I mean, I loved Jack Tripper on that. And I sure miss the fella that played him.
Today is National Cherries Jubilee Day. So make sure when you go to a store or a restaurant, order some Cherries Jubilee.
Now, I've never had that before.
It's great.
I don't even know what a Cherries Jubilee is, Evan.
Google it.
Okay.
Google it. Trust me.
Is it ice cream or something?
I'm not going to tell you. Google it. Trust me. It's decadence.
Is it really?
And it's 17 days from now, Bonnie, it's National Coming Out Day. You know what that means? Think about that one for a minute. National Coming Out Day.
I remember the Diana Ross song, I'm Coming Out.
Right. Exactly. Oh, you did that quite well.
I am no Diana Ross.
But you just did that so well.
Thanks.
I was like, wow, Diana Ross is in studio.
Oh, here we go.
There it is. Cherries Jubilee.
Cherries Jubilee recipe. Squeeze the juice of half the lemon over the top.
Uh-huh.
The top of what? Of some cherries?
Right.
And then you pour sugar onto the cherries.
Right.
And let them kind of fizz out.
Mhm.
Because I know that puts it strains strawberries, which I like when you pour sugar on it.
Right.
And it kind of starts to make them soft and
Then play the song Pour Some Sugar on Me.
yeah. So that's kind of like what a Jubilee is. Do you maybe
Right.
they add cream to it?
You can add whatever you want to it. You can make your own homemade Cherries Jubilee.
Bean ice cream, orange juice, sweet cherries. You can
Mhm.
put brandy in it.
Yeah.
I guess you can just make them different ways, huh?
Yeah, there's many different ways that you can make it.
Sounds so flavorful.
And it's delish. That's all I got to say. Absolutely delish. 7:21 news time. Let's go to the news desk. Here's Bonnie.
Thank you, Evan. 3 new faces now sit amongst the Sebastian City Council. This comes after a recall election on September 15 when 3 city council members, that is, were ousted for holding what the state attorney's office called a secret meeting. WPTV's Derek Lowe was there for the ceremonial swear-in.
A total of 8 candidates tried running for the 3 open city council seats. The top 3 include Christopher Nunn, Fred Jones, and Bob McPartland, who all received over 2,000 votes.
So I look forward to that. Our city needs not only time to heal from what we've been through, but time to move forward.
It was a historic night for the city of Sebastian,
And I will faithfully perform.
as 3 new council members were sworn in after a recall election.
They knew exactly what they're doing.
Christopher Nunn, one of Sebastian's 3 new council members, helped organize the recall efforts after Damian Gilliams, Pamela Paris, and Charles Motti held what the state attorney's office called a secret meeting. The now ousted council members are accused of trying to fire Mayor Ed Dodd, along with the city manager, city attorney, and city clerk.
We actually got angry over what we were seeing.
Bill Flynn decided to run in the recall election, but lost. He's hoping that after Wednesday, things will return to normal.
Proud that the city could get back to work. Partnership, accountability, transparency, and honesty. Well, honesty is such a simple thing that should be expected from all of our government officials. Thank you very much.
As for Gilliams, he says he feels as if he's done a great job and that he plans to fight the perjury charge along with the Sunshine Law violations next month when he expects to go to trial. Reporting in Sebastian, I'm Derek Lowe, WPTV News Channel 5.
Wednesday marked a solemn day in Washington, D.C. as America continues to say goodbye to Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Her legacy lives on, and WPTV's Lenny Supal explains how she's being remembered.
A woman who dedicated her life to see equality in America.
My life changed dramatically.
South Florida continues to stand together to show solidarity. The organization, Palm Beach County Now, held 2 gatherings Tuesday.
My dad always said the good things come in small packages.
Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg was petite, but her voice resonated across multiple generations.
She was a powerhouse.
Sheila Jaffe lives in Boca Raton and remembers her work to break down gender barriers.
The examples that she worked on were things that she personally experienced. Make a difference and get an education. I think my mom said, why are you going to go to college? You're just going to get married anyway. We used to hear that a lot. I went to college at night. It took me 12 years to finish, but I got my degree, and it was at a very important time because I became a single mother.
I know how vibrant old girls' networks can be.
Political analysts say the late justice gained respect throughout her career from both sides of the aisle.
Many Americans look to her accomplishments with a sense of not only satisfaction, but ambition.
We are all Ruth's legacy.
A leader with a legacy that left a profound mark on America's history.
We were going to just keep fighting.
In Palm Beach County, Lenny Supal, WPTV News Channel 5.
The Healthcare District of Palm Beach County, the Health Department of Palm Beach County, and the school district are once again joining forces to help keep students safe in school. WPTV's Ryan Hughes explains nurses are taking on many new challenges caused by COVID.
This is just kind of how you enter the clinic. The back of the door is behind me.
Inside Marsh Point Elementary School in Palm Beach Gardens.
1, 2, 3.
The health room and clinic has been modified into a triage area this year to help school nurses focus on students suspected of having COVID-19, infection control, and social distancing.
And we keep the students in a separate area who may present with like an injury or need their daily medication. So that's different for us this year.
Sherry Mahan is the registered nurse on duty at Marsh Point, wearing full personal protective equipment and beginning her 4th school year that's unlike any other.
The difference this year is that we're limited in how many people we can house in the clinic. So we have to have markings on the floor that are 6 feet apart.
More than 200 nurses from the Healthcare District of Palm Beach County put the finishing touches on their health rooms last week inside 170 schools in the district.
It's not if, it's when. So we're expecting that at some point there will be a COVID positive.
The nurses will screen the student, determine if testing is needed. Health rooms will also be sanitized between each visit, and the nurses are also receiving real-time clinical support.
The healthcare district has an incident command center, which is managed by medical providers, medical doctors, and they can guide us.
The challenges may have grown, but the goal of keeping students safe and healthy remains the same. In Palm Beach Gardens, Ryan Hughes, WPTV, News Channel 5.
And lastly, Florida is reporting more than 200 more deaths from the coronavirus. The Department of Health says there were almost 2,600 new cases. Well, in the NBA, the Miami Heat is heating up. It beats the Boston Celtics 112 to 109. So they win game 4. The Heat leads the series 3-1. And in NHL action, Tampa Bay Lightning over the Dallas Stars yesterday by a score of 5-2. Our news time is 7:26. We'll have weather and traffic together next.
Seven 7:27, the time on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together. All brought to you by Code Red Roofers. Bonnie?
Well, to the south of us now, we do see an accident. This is down at Palm Beach Gardens at PGA Boulevard on I-95 northbound. There is an accident there, and 2 right lanes are blocked in that area. If you're heading southbound in that direction, things are looking good. And there's your latest look at traffic. And we have 76 and cloudy in Port St. Lucie. Also a cloudy sky in Lille, France, and 60. Here's our forecast at WPTV.
Good morning, my sunshines, and happy Thursday to you. Starting off this morning in the mid to upper 70s with a few clouds out there and isolated showers blowing in from off the Atlantic. Highs today in the upper 80s with heat index values in the mid 90s. Partly sunny skies throughout the day and a 30% chance for some isolated showers and storms. Winds will stay breezy out of the southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. A small craft advisory and high surf advisory remain in place throughout the day. Tomorrow, hot and humid, highs in the upper 80s, but feeling like the upper 90s. We'll start off the day with morning sunshine, then showers and storms developing along the sea breeze. Numerous showers and storms expected through sunset. I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
If you have a suggestion for the show, we would love to hear from you. Send us an email to WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. Now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
7:31 on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for our weekly visit with Joe Contrabone. He heads up the Stuart Martin Chamber of Commerce. And folks, I can't say enough good things. If you own a business, get down to the Stuart Martin Chamber of Commerce, contact Joe. He heads up the Stuart Martin Chamber of Commerce. You want to go there, you want to sign up. There's so many amenities that it's endless amenities for your business if you sign up with the Stuart Martin Chamber of Commerce. A lot of networking, breakfasts, a lot of perks. I just simply can't say enough. That's where you need to go to get your business more exposure. Joe, good morning. How you doing?
Good morning. Thank you again for that great promo. I'm going to put you on the payroll if I could afford you.
Well, you don't have to pay me nothing. I speak the truth. I don't want to get paid for anything that I speak the truth about. There's certain things I endorse, certain things I don't endorse. And, I just do the right thing. I speak the truth. When you meet good people, good organizations, that's what it's all about, Joe.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate it. You all doing all right today?
Yeah, things are good. We can't complain. We're both better than we deserve sitting here in the studios for a Thursday on September the 24th. And my, oh my, September is coming. It's just about all gone in another 6 days.
Do you believe, Christmas decorations are already in the stores.
I know. I love it because I'm going to be starting decorating my house pretty soon.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah. We start early in the 9 household.
Well, we used to. We don't anymore. I should say we usually get going around Thanksgiving weekend.
Mm-hmm.
That's about the weekend we get going. But first, I have up the Halloween decorations.
Yeah, what you just said, Joe, just motivated me. I'm probably gonna get up on a ladder when I get home and get the clips up on my gutters that hold all the lights that go around the perimeter of the house. My wife is probably gonna kill me, but oh well. What can I say?
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I've got permanent on my eaves. I've got permanent hooks, so I have 300 feet of roof line, and so I have 2 strands of 150 feet of lights.
Mm-hmm.
And so my neighbor across the street, a young man, he's now a firefighter in Fort Pierce, but since he's been in high school, he's 6'6". And it used to take me about 4 hours to put up the Christmas lights, moving the ladder about every 4 feet. So now Joey comes over and I hold the lights, and he stands on the ground and hooks my lights up, and we get it done in about an hour.
That's about how long it takes me by myself to do the perimeter. I have this system down literally to a science. So, it's really cool. I'll have to give you my address so you can you and the better half can swing by and see the creation at my home, because my house looks like Disney World at Christmas time.
Oh, good. Yeah, do that. I'd love to see that.
Yeah, definitely so.
Like Joey could probably do it by himself. Now he's been doing it with me so many years.
There you go. So what's been going on at the chamber lately, Joe?
Well, we're busy, believe it or not. I guess I shouldn't say believe it or not. I've been telling you, I think we've turned the corner. Certainly we have. We've had to make adjustments, obviously, cut staff people and tightened our belts, so to speak. But membership is doing pretty good. Our renewals are doing pretty good. Where we're really lacking mostly is on our events, which is, a pretty 25 to 30% of our annual budget came from special events, which we haven't done or haven't budgeted. So that's kind of difficult, but all in all, things are good. I hear a lot of our members saying, yeah, things are pretty good. The biggest issue right now, Evan, and I think this is everywhere. People are afraid of a setback.
Yeah.
If we roll back again, what if we have to shut down again? What if we have to go to where we were in April and May?
Yeah, that was a very dark area.
Yeah. So I think that's the biggest issue we're hearing right now. Look at our unemployment is down to 5.5% in Martin County. We're lowest on the Treasure Coast. I think the average on Treasure Coast is at 6%. I think we're a little over 6%. We're at 5.2 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty darn good from where we were, 15, 18% not too long ago.
Right.
So again, I'm sure a lot of it has to do with season, with our season coming. But I still think that's a crapshoot right now. How do we know how many people are we going to have a regular season? Who knows? Although I say who knows, From what I understand, very many rentals left right now for the season. So that tells me we should have a pretty hefty, or maybe a normal winter season. Let's keep our fingers crossed.
Now,
for that.
what's normal though? What do you classify as normal?
Well, pre-COVID, the
Right.
crack was and how many people. We estimate anywhere between 18 to 20,000 people during season.
Yeah, we've been even like out of season, Joe, like at massage. And like even when we came back following COVID, we were, closed for like a whole month and a half. I wondered, oh my goodness, am I going to even get any clients? Is anybody even going to come? But it impressed me, like right away when I got back, I got full schedule. And I got to say, during the last couple of weeks, my scheduling, even for people coming in to get massage, has been more than impressive.
Great. Well, that's great. And that's the kind of thing we're hearing. So, it's all good right now. So it's just hope it keeps going forward. The numbers look good every day. I get a report from the Emergency Operations Center with the numbers of hospitalizations, how many beds available, and things of that nature. And they're constantly getting lower, getting better. So that's also a positive sign.
Yeah, that's what we really love to hear. We really love to hear news like that.
So we have a breakfast scheduled. As you know, we're trying to get back to live events. Although we did have a Zoom meeting this week. We had about 25 people on. It was pretty good. It was a breakfast, and it was good. It was fun. I'm getting to enjoy them more and more. I said to the folks on the call, when we have a breakfast here, for instance, we have 50 or 75 people in our conference room, and most people know everybody in the room, or if they don't know everybody in the room, they end up speaking to the same half dozen people, maybe.
Right.
Where Zoom meetings, everybody gets their time in the sun. They get to talk about themselves, and so it's better, believe it or not, it's better networking on the Zoom than it is in person. I know I've never thought I'd say that, but it really is, because everybody gets their opportunity to speak to each other, where when you have 50 or 70 people, you don't get to speak to everybody or to hear everybody. So it's working out really well. But anyway, we do have a live breakfast next Tuesday.
You read my mind. I was going to ask you that.
Yeah, Congressman Brian Mast is our keynote speaker. And, we normally have our gala, our annual gala, which was scheduled this year for October 2nd. And that's when we do our awards and we do a swearing in of our new board members, as well as current board members. And we were trying to figure a way, how are we going to do that and celebrate without the gala? Well, someone came up with the idea, why don't we have Congressman Mast swear our new board members in at the breakfast? So he's agreed to do that. So that'll be great. And we're looking forward to it. That room, I don't know if you're familiar with that room at Hutchinson Island Marriott.
Oh, of course I am. Are you kidding? I've entertained it in that main room all the time.
So we can, with social distancing, 4 at a table, we could take 125 people in there.
Oh, easily, because that big ballroom up on the third,
right.
I think it's the third floor, if I'm not mistaken.
I think I went to a wedding there. Yeah.
That's where it is. So hopefully, I think we've got close to 100 reservations now, which is good. And so we're looking forward to that.
What is the date? What is the date of that event?
29th, next Tuesday at 7:55
in the morning.
Yes.
Well, count me out. I won't be there.
I know that.
Maybe I'll send Bonnie down there.
Maybe I could come out.
Do a live broadcast from one of those events.
Yeah, I would love to come for the breakfast and meet all of the people of Martin County there. That would be really cool deal.
Well, you should do that.
Yeah, I should. I should get dressed up and come out and meet you all.
Hey, you could actually broadcast from down there, Bonnie. You could do the whole morning show from from there. set you up on Zoom and you Zoom into me and you're all good to go.
Or maybe we both could.
Well, there's no way
Oh.
that could happen because somebody's got to be back here.
Yeah, we'd have to get somebody in here early
that just
to be
wouldn't
back
work.
in studio.
Well, talk about it and think about it. You can come as my guest, so just let me know.
All right.
Okay.
We'll discuss that. We'll have to have a conversation with Carol and Greg and
Okay.
get it approved by the higher ups and make sure it's okay.
Knowing them as long as I have, I think they would probably encourage it.
Okay.
But that's my guess.
Yep.
But talk to them and see. And there'll be other events. There'll be other, hopefully, other opportunities. You know, we've got a luncheon scheduled for October 14th.
Mhm.
It's sponsored by Coral Shores Behavior Health, and it's at Miles Grant Country Club. That's a live event. I think we can take up to 80 people at that.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Thursday on October 15th, we have a virtual morning Joe. Of course, that's a Zoom meeting. Tuesday the 20th, we've got a networking breakfast. It's sponsored by Skin Serenity Spa. It's here at the Chamber.
Hey, can I make a request?
Sure.
How about a lunch?
We have that lunch, as I said, at Miles Grant Country Club on the 14th.
Oh, okay. All right. What time is that?
That's it. We start at 11:45. We're done by 1 o'clock.
And that's on October 14th.
Yeah, and that's a Wednesday.
You know what? I might just be able to attend that one.
Okay, well, let me know.
I will.
We'll talk a couple of times between now and then.
Yeah, definitely so.
Yeah, and we do have a business after hours scheduled for the 22nd, but at this point in time, we're still dealing with the venue, so I can't give you a location right now. But we will have a business after hours on the 21st of October.
Okay.
And then we'll have another breakfast on the 27th of October, sponsored by Cleveland Clinic.
Oh, very nice.
Not sure. It may be at one of their locations or here. We don't know. That's still to be determined, but it's scheduled. So we're moving along. We've got events scheduled, live events scheduled for November and December. And as we always tell everyone, we follow CDC regs and whatever the regulations may be at the venue. And of course, we take people's temperature. We expect a mask. We expect people to adhere to the ruling to wear a mask. But as you know, you've been to restaurants. You wear a when you're eating, you wear a mask into the restaurant. When
Yep.
you get to your table, you take it off.
Yep.
So anyway, we're moving forward, and we
Good.
hope that things keep progressing like they have been, and we get back to whatever our normality is going to be. Let's get there in a hurry and proceed.
That's good to hear. That's good to hear.
Very
In
positive.
closing,
Yeah.
Joe, let's talk a little bit about some of the new business that you guys have brought in.
Yeah.
Please do.
Yeah, thank you for that. Caribbean. Wait a minute. Let me start here. Okay. U.S. Health Advisors. They had moved away. They moved to Tampa, and they've moved back up to Indiantown.
Oh, okay.
And they're an insurance agency. They handle life and Medicare, all kinds of insurance supplements and that kind of
Okay.
stuff.
Okay.
Caring People Clothing Children. I don't know if you ever heard of them. Gigi Sondheim.
No.
Do you know about them?
No, I've never heard of them before.
They basically take in children's clothes, and you can go down there if you're needy, you can't afford it. You can go down there; they'll give you clothes. I've taken suits down there, so it's mostly for children. But I took probably a year or so ago. I took about 8 suits down there, and they said, "Oh, this is great," because a lot of times the parent can't afford new clothes either, and so it arms them with clothing, say for a father who's taken the kids to school, or maybe a single father. But anyway, it's a great organization. They're on Jack James Road.
Where are they, Joe?
Jack James, 7985 Southwest Jack James Road. You know where that is, Bonnie? You know where Jack James is?
In Stewart?
Yeah, it's just.
I do not.
Okay, if you're traveling west on Canner Highway, when you go under 95, there's a traffic light. When you go past 95, that's Jack James Road.
Oh, yeah. Sure, I do now.
There's an industrial park in there, huge industrial park.
Yeah.
That's where they're located.
Yeah,
And they're
it's
a
way out
nonprofit.
west. Yep.
Yeah, and they're a nonprofit, but they do a great service. Really a great organization. Then this is interesting. MobiCube. You've seen these storage units people rent and put in their yard.
Right.
Well, this company sells them, and they're portable, and they fold, and they're metal, and they fold up, and you can store them. I haven't seen one and actually set up, but I've seen pictures of it. And it's really interesting that you can use it for your business, for home use, and if you need temporary and it's not just a little shed. I mean, they come in various sizes. You can set it up, and then when you're done, you fold it up and store it somewhere.
Oh, that sounds very cool. Very convenient.
Yeah, they're in Jensen Beach.
Okay.
Caribbean Shores Waterfront Resort. They're on Indian River Drive in Jensen Beach, and obviously a hotel, motel, and Deckard, Cozy, and Clark are attorneys, and they're on Southeast Ocean. And so we had another pretty good week.
Good for you.
Yeah, and renewals are coming in good. So we're looking good. I think we're looking very positive and happy about what's going on.
That's good to hear. Joe, give out your information if people want to call and they want to get their business involved with the chamber. How do they reach you?
They can call me on 772-287-1088. My extension is 108. Any of our staff can help you, but please feel free to, again, my extension is 108. You can go to our website, www.stewartmartinchamber.org, and there's a myriad of information. You can even join online. We don't like to do that because obviously we like to meet one-on-one.
Right.
But believe it or not, we do get applications filled out online. People join online. Not a lot, but it happens.
Excellent. Give out your phone number if you would, please.
Sure. 772-287-1088. My extension is 108.
Very good. That's Joe Catcherbone. He heads up the Stuart Martin Chamber of Commerce. He joins us each and every Thursday at this time to give us an update on what's happening at the chamber. Joe, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks, guys. Have a good weekend.
Have a good weekend
too,
as well,
Joe.
Joe. Thank you so much. 7:48 right now. It's news time. Let's go to the news desk once again. Here's Bonnie.
Thank you, Evan. The Army Corps of Engineers might not be able to start Lake Okeechobee discharges to the St. Lucie River later this week, even if the agency wants to. Colonel Andrew Kelly, the Corps commander for Florida, last week warned discharges could start soon, but that was before this week's flooding in the river South Fork brought on by so-called king tides. Also, the day after Kelly's warning, a satellite took photos of the green algae in the lake near the Port Mayaca lock and dam where lake water would be discharged. Kelly is expected to announce the Corps' decision on Thursday. President Trump leads Joe Biden by 4 points in a new ABC News Washington Post poll of likely Florida voters. Senator Rick Scott tells the Fox Business Network the $100 million Mike Bloomberg has pledged to help Biden win Florida won't put him over the top.
Floridians do not want Joe Biden, so Bloomberg's trying to sell a bad candidate. They don't want a tax increase. Think of how many people have come to Florida because they're sick and tired of taxes in other states. So Joe Biden's big tax increase is not going to go over well.
The poll shows Trump's advantage among men is bigger than Biden's lead among Florida women. And lastly, the nation's largest wave garden, a simulated surfing park, is slated to come to Midway Road as a part of a 200-acre community development. It is to feature 800 residential homes, 600 hotel rooms, 400,000 square feet of retail space, 125,000 of office space, and thousands of potential jobs. The new Willow Lakes Village is expected to cost $595 million in new construction, according to the developers, and the first phase of building could begin in the third quarter of 2021, depending on permitting and approvals. Wave Pool could make Fort Pierce a surfing destination in Florida. Legendary Chicago Bears running back Gale Sayers died yesterday. He was 77 years old. Sayers had been battling dementia, which his wife partly blamed on his football career. The news time is 7:51, and we'll have weather and traffic together next.
$7:52, the time on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together. All brought to you by Code Red Roofers. Bonnie?
Well, there is an accident to the south of us with the right three lanes being blocked. Now, this is actually on I-95 heading northbound, the accident at PGA Boulevard, Palm Beach Gardens. Yes, right three lanes are blocked. Looks like if you're heading southbound I-95 in that direction, it's going to be okay, but you're going to see that huge accident down that way. Otherwise, St. Lucie County, the road's looking good. And there's your latest look at traffic. And right now we have 80 and cloudy in Stewart. And thanks to Mark Hales for sending in, it's cool and wet in southeast London and 16 degrees Celsius. Here's our forecast at WPTV.
Good morning, my sunshines, and happy Thursday to you. Starting off this morning in the mid to upper 70s with a few clouds out there and isolated showers blowing in from off the Atlantic. Highs today in the upper 80s with heat index values in the mid 90s. Partly sunny skies throughout the day and a 30% chance for some isolated showers and storms. Winds will stay breezy out of the southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. A small craft advisory and high surf advisory remain in place throughout the day. Tomorrow, hot and humid, highs in the upper 80s, but feeling like the upper 90s. We'll start off the day with morning sunshine, then showers and storms developing along the sea breeze. Numerous showers and storms expected through sunset.
If you have a suggestion for the show, we would love to hear from you. Send us an email to WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. Now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
And coming up a little bit after 8 o'clock this morning, going to be Rick Sykes from the hit reality TV show Marrying Millions. Going to be talking about him and his relationship with Erica and the big proposal that happened last week on the episode. Want to see where that stands as far as that goes. Really looking forward to speaking to Rick Sykes, Bonnie.
I know it's going to be so interesting to hear if their relationship is going to last, if he thinks it's going to, and they're such a beautiful looking couple.
There's this picture right there, and this is the other couple. That's Brianna and her boyfriend that we were talking about as well.
Bill and Brianna.
Bill and Brianna, that's the real estate tycoon. And there's Genty and her not significant other anymore. This is the couple that's from season 2 this year. That's the older lady with the younger gentleman. He is a skateboard enthusiast.
Oh,
so
I was going to say the younger gentleman looks like a mountain man or something.
He's a skateboarder.
Okay, so he's like a long-haired skateboarder, and he's dating this older, successful woman.
Here's the lady you were talking about earlier, the mom and the daughter, and the kid. Kid kind of looks like Kenny G there, so to speak.
Kenny G, or I thought maybe like a Heath Ledger too, when Heath had the longer hair that he.
Yes.
They're one of my favorites.
Anyway, we're going to step back. Rick Sykes from Marrying Millions going to be here right after 8 a.m. on the palatial big radio broadcast right here at WSTU Stewart, Martin County's Heritage Station. Here comes the news, and we'll be back right after this.
Coming to you live from Stuart, Florida, the greatest little town in the world. It's the Get Up and Go Show on AM 1450 WSTU. You're invited to call the show anytime at 772-220-9788. And now, broadcasting live from their palatial studios, here are your hosts, Evan and Bonnie.
Well, I wish I was broadcasting from a yacht down in Miami, but as you know, I'm a very, very big fan of reality television, and Marrying Millions got me hooked after season 1. Started watching season 2, and let me tell you, it's a great show. It's about couples dealing with entirely different socioeconomic statuses. For example, an investor with billions of dollars in investments dating somebody who's completely unemployed. Can two people with drastic financial situations really make it work? Well, yes. Rick Sykes is living proof. 68-year-old Rick, who is a retired certified gemologist, and 23-year-old Erica, who is a social influencer who now has a candle shop called Inspired Candles and also a certified personal trainer, met in a very modern way. It's called social media. And you ask the question, what attracted Erica initially to Rick? Was his crazy Instagram photos, Erica said. She said, he seemed like a very funny and outgoing person, like someone you'd really want to have coffee or a cocktail with. When she met Rick in person, she could sense that he was genuinely a great guy, which is a rarity in South Beach. And they had just an intense chemistry. So guess what? Erica moved in with him a few weeks later, and the rest is history. Erica is a 23-year-old small-town girl from Springfield, Illinois. And Rick, 68 years old, lives aboard Rick's yacht in Miami Beach. The shock factor of their 45-year-old gap hasn't even worn off on the families and the friends, including Erica's dad, who doesn't even understand their relationship. Rick is on the line with us right now. Rick, how you doing? Welcome to the show.
Oh, Evan, good morning, and thanks so much for having me. It's a pleasure.
Wow. What an incredible ride you've been on. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I'll say.
Unbelievable.
I'm still laughing, and every once in a while I want to stick a pin in me to see if I'm actually doing this or am I dreaming.
I just can't believe that I mean, I'm all for what you guys are doing, because there's a big age difference between my wife and I, as when we spoke before. Age is just a number as far as I'm concerned. It is.
Well, if you saw the show, you'd see her grandmother. When I said that same thing, she looked at me, she goes, "They lied."
So what let me ask.
And hey, Evan, and just to be exact here, we have a 46-year difference. I'm actually 69.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. All right.
No, don't be sorry. I'm sorry. I wish I was back to 68.
Okay. Well, 68 and great, and 69 is fine. There you go.
You're good. You're good.
Well,
Wow.
that's what being a morning radio guy, you just kind of go off the cuff and you just, it's just ad-libbing all the way. So you
mind if I use that one?
Yeah, go ahead. 68 is great and 69 is fine. Go for it.
Oh, you're the best.
You could just pay me royalties on that, okay?
It'll be my pleasure. That one's definitely worth paying.
Man, just make sure when you do it, use it on TV. So this way, when I hear it, I know that it came from me. That's all.
You're the best. I'm not kidding. That's great.
So you're coming to us from your yacht down in Miami right now, and Erica is up north in Illinois, correct?
She's actually driving back to her mother's house.
Okay.
She's on the way now. I just spoke to her an hour ago.
Okay.
So she's driving back. And, I'm on the yacht and just loving it here, of course. I love South Beach. I love Miami. And I love being on a boat. Fantastic.
So Rick, was it love at first sight when you guys met? Did you guys both know instantaneously that the two of you were made for each other? How was that?
The truth is, yes, it really was, and it still is. What happened is on social media, I saw pictures that Erica had posted about jewelry,
right?
And me being a certified gemologist, it caught my attention. And when I saw these pictures, they were so good. I wanted to know who it was that was posting these pictures. And when I saw her face, which she's absolutely drop dead gorgeous, of course I made introduction, and the introduction seemed to work. And she came down to Miami one day. We spoke for 20 minutes, and then she left. And then about a month later, or maybe 2 months later, she said she was going to a concert in Palm Beach, and she said, "Do you want to meet me there?" I said, "Sure." And I went to the concert, met her at the concert, and truthfully, it was just love at first sight. That's where it was, and it just clicked.
Who did you guys go and see in concert?
Chromia, which is her favorite band.
Okay.
And it was the summer fest that they have there in Palm Beach.
Okay. Now, when you guys were together for the first time, did you get some strange looks?
Um,
I guess that answered my question.
we're still getting strange looks all the time. I love it. I mean, I love shock value. I mean, to me, it's more exciting than anything. I'll tell you a cute little story.
Sure.
I'm coming out of an auto parts store, and we had the top down in the little 2-seater. And the next thing you know is this guy walks over, and she's in the passenger seat, and I just get in, and the guy looks at me and says, Do you let your daughter drive your car? And I looked and I said, not only that, but I'm so happy when she's sitting right next to me. And I just put a lip lock on her right then and there.
Oh,
The guy was, I mean, I thought he was going to fall over in shock.
Wow. Oh, my. That's the shock factor right there.
He thought you were kissing her daughter. Oh, my gosh.
Honestly, I think her father said I could be her grandfather, actually.
Wow.
46-year difference.
That's crazy. So, Rick, 2 weeks ago on TV, you proposed. You got down on one knee, which was not all that easy for you, I remember. Trust me, it's not easy for me either. I'm with you, brother. I'm in the 60 bracket now also.
Yeah, it wasn't easy when I was 15. So
yeah. So you got down on one knee and you popped the question. The ring is gorgeous, by the way. You have great taste.
Thank you. Remember, I am a gemologist.
I know. So you know what you're looking for. So you popped the question, you put the ring, and then you can see all of a sudden everything started turning south because you did not get her dad's permission.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. That's exactly what I said.
Now, here's my theory in that. I'm going to give you my opinion. This is just my honest opinion. When I proposed to my wife, at a restaurant in front of about 15 to 20 people. We were all set up. Everybody knew I was going to propose, but her dad. Now, I have a great relationship with my father-in-law. So when I proposed, my father-in-law stood up. He goes, "Well, you didn't ask my permission yet." But he was only kidding when he said that to me. Where opposed to in your situation, her dad she's an old-fashioned kind of gal, isn't she?
Yeah, well, remember, Midwest, whole different ball game from the way I grew up. I'm from Connecticut.
Right.
And I've lived really in numerous places all over the world, Brazil and really just all over the place.
Right.
And so I'm used to avant-garde things. I'm not used to the down-home thing.
Right.
And speaking of Illinois, it's really down-home. It's the center of our country, and I'm not used to that.
Did you ever meet her dad?
Before we got engaged, yes.
Yes, you have to go back and watch some of the past episodes.
Okay.
It was a very uncomfortable situation at times, wasn't it, Rick?
Extremely. I mean, something. I understand where it's coming from. Don't get me wrong. I truthfully understand it. And I mean, you got to be an imbecile not to understand this. I mean, I think I'm 18 years older than her father.
Yeah.
What?
You're old enough to be her father's father.
Oh my god.
When you think about that.
Exactly. But I tell you, I think I have more energy than he and everybody else in Springfield.
Wow. So
I am like an Energizer bunny.
All right. So now you pop the question, and she, of course, she says yes. And champagne wishes and caviar dreams. That's a line from somebody that is not with us anymore, as we well know.
I know, I remember it well.
And now we fast forward and we go another week, and last night did not go very well, did it?
No, not at all. I was watching last night, and I sat there. My jaw drops every time I see us on TV.
Uh-huh.
And again, remember, as I say, she's driving from Illinois last night, so we were on the phone, but yeah, it's like the ring came off the finger last night.
Wow.
So
and now
yeah.
are you in possession of the ring now? Well, no, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't ask you certain things because I know that you tape months in advance, so we can't give too much information away. So I don't want to give that. I don't want to give that information away because I don't want you to legally get in trouble. But
Evan, you're good.
well, I'm in the business, so I know what's going on. So I don't want to give the dirt out.
Right.
But you were in possession of the ring. Why did she give the ring back?
Well, I'll tell you very honestly. I mean, on the show last night, what you saw is, I mean, she was happy as she could ever be.
Right.
That ring, and she was thrilled, et cetera, et cetera. And then, and also on the show last night, I was telling my son on the phone. I was telling him that he's soon to meet his new
stepmom, bonus mom.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you this, Rick. How old is your son?
Well, that's the funny part. He's 26.
Oh, yikes!
Oh, she's old.
So bonus mom
her.
is younger. Bonus mom is younger than bonus child.
Oh my!
You got it.
Oh my!
You got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
The plot thickens.
Did he tell you that he's not going to call her mom?
We haven't come to that. What he's going to call her yet? But I mean, he was just laughing on the phone. He's used to me. He really is. He's and when he heard the age and stuff like that, he just cracked up laughing.
Wow.
So and just congratulated me on the phone. So
okay.
He was thrilled. He's really happy for me, of course. And he's a good kid, my son. So he's in Connecticut, and he's looking forward to meeting her, and Erica's looking forward to meeting him. And it's just, I mean, when you think about the age thing, it really is. It's
just a number.
Funny.
It's a number.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
Yes, I'm telling you.
I am with you. I'm so with you on that, Rick.
What's your age difference again?
I'm 60, and Rachel is 45.
Gotcha.
So we have 15 years, but you've got a lot more than 15 years.
Yeah.
Like 15 times 3.
Yeah, 15 times 3 or whatever it is.
Plus 1.
Yeah, plus 1.
I know. You know, it's funny because the some of the other people on our show, Bill and Bree, the guy with the long hair in Texas.
Yes, I know. They're from season 1. They carried over to season 2.
Yeah, we're a fan of them. Yes.
They're so nice, and they really are. And Bill, Bree was actually upset when we were talking. She goes, wait, I'm doing the math. How many years difference are you? And I said 46. She goes, oh no, we had the highest. Now we're no longer the highest. And I said, no.
So how many years are Bill and Bree apart?
I think they're around 40, 41,
okay,
something like that.
Okay, now they go back and forth from Miami to Dallas.
Yes.
Okay.
So as a matter of fact, I'm going to be meeting with them next week. We're going to have dinner. So
very nice.
I'm excited for that.
Very, very, very nice. Very nice. And then you have the other couple. You had Genty and Brian, which Brian is no longer with Genty. You got Danny and Donovan, Kevin and Katie, and then
actually Danny and Donovan were actually on our boat last week.
Oh, cool. Very nice.
Yeah, they happened to be in the neighborhood. We invited them over, and we had some shrimp and wine and stuff. They're super couple, super sweet. So just very, very nice.
Now, I think the strangest couple, this is in my opinion, is Noni and Reese. That's the skateboarder and the lady, the older lady.
Yes.
That's definitely something. I don't know, that's a little strange.
Well, I probably have to agree with you in a sense. You know, she seems very sweet. He seems anything, you can see that. But they listen. I always hope the best for everybody.
Yeah,
and I mean that's what the show is really all about.
Really,
you don't know. You don't know what's going to happen next. And,
Mr. Sykes, have a question for you. How were you approached to get on the show? Like, did the producers come to you, or did you vie to get on the show? Did you have to, try to get into it?
No, we didn't do a thing. We were approached.
Approached.
And yes. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, because Erica's big on social media. It's really great. She's a photographer also.
Mhm.
So
and a model.
I mean, this girl's just beyond belief. She's everything, and 100% of everything. She's just fantastic. Everything she does. I got to give her a plug. It's Erica 35 millimeter.
Erica 35 That's her social media handle.
Yeah.
Excellent. So make sure and go follow her on Instagram.
Of course. And the reason I'm telling you what her line is there is because that's what happened. She had pictures of us on our Instagram and in the YouTube, and we do little things and just joking around all the time. And I guess what happened is Lifetime TV saw her Instagram, and they saw that and they approached her.
Nice.
Love to meet you. We'd love to talk to you, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And she said to me, she goes, "Would you be willing to do it?" And I cracked up laughing. I said, "Honey, when do you know me to remember anything?"
Wow.
And she looked at me. She goes, "You'll do it?" I said, "Of course I'll do it." So they contacted us. We filled out papers, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Oh yeah, all the legal garb.
but you know something. It's so funny, Evan, because when you talk about the legal garb, they sent us the contracts and stuff.
Yeah.
And she said, "Who did I get to read it?" I said, "You read it." And she looked and she goes, "No, seriously." I said, "Yeah, I'm not kidding." I said, "At this point in my life, do you really think I care about this contract?"
No, not in your position. You don't care. Just sign on the dotted line, right?
And at your point, at your point in your life, you needed your readers on.
These are really good. Believe it. And I have to tell you this on the air.
All right.
These teeth that you see are all real.
Really? Those are your real choppers, huh?
They really are. And you know something? Everybody says, "Oh, I don't believe." And all I do is I open my mouth and I say, "Look, they don't put cavities in fake teeth."
Wow.
And
that's crazy.
And my hair is real and my teeth are real. So just so everybody knows, because I'm getting so much flack about everybody saying, "Oh, if that's not, he's definitely not real." It says, "No, I'm 100% real."
Well, as they say, Rick, au naturel, correct?
Yes, but I don't speak any foreign language.
No. Hey, listen, folks, make sure and tune in each and every Wednesday evening at 9 p.m. Eastern. And 10 p.m. Eastern and catch Marrying Millions. You can see Rick and his beautiful I can't say future wife now, but I can say his girlfriend, Erica, bride to be. There we go. You can catch the whole entire cast and crew. They are on Marrying Millions in season number 2. Rick Sykes, my very, very special guest. Hey, Rick, thank you. I really enjoyed the interview, and I hope to meet you in person one day.
I'm waiting for you to come down here. I really am. You're the best, and I really appreciate being on there with you.
I definitely and please give my best to your business manager David as well. He's the guy that made this all possible, and he appears in a couple of segments on the show also as well. And that's a whole nother issue we'll talk about.
He's a character.
He is a character all the way. Let me tell you, or as they say, a mashugana, right?
Oh, you're so good. I love it. Thanks so much.
He's a great guy. Hey, Rick, thank you so much. God bless, and give my best to Erica as well.
Thanks so much, and have a great day.
I sure will. Take care. Bye-bye now. Wow, what a great interview.
Yeah, and I can't wait to watch Marrying Millions season number 2 now.
Yeah, you're going to have to go back and watch all the episodes.
Yes.
It's 8:26 right now. Let's go to the news desk. Here's Bonnie.
Thank you, Evan. The man behind the drive to restore voting rights to convicted felons in Florida will have to wait to get a pardon of his own from the Clemency Board. Governor Ron DeSantis delayed a pardon vote for Desmond Meade.
It's been over 20 years since I've done anything wrong, and I have dedicated all 20 of those years to giving back to the community and being an advocate my community.
Meanwhile, the legal fight over how to implement Amendment 4 is continuing. 3 new faces now sit amongst the Sebastian City Council. This comes after a recall election on September 15 when 3 city council members were ousted for holding what the state attorney's office called a secret meeting. WPTV's Derek Lowe was there for the ceremonial swear-in.
A total of 8 candidates tried running for the 3 open city council seats. The top 3 include Christopher Nunn, Fred Jones, and Bob McPartland, who all received over 2,000 votes.
So I look forward to that.
Our city needs not only time to heal from what we've been through, but time to move forward.
It was a historic night for the city of Sebastian,
And I will faithfully perform
as 3 new council members were sworn in after a recall election.
They knew exactly what they're doing.
Christopher Nunn, one of Sebastian's 3 new council members, helped organize the recall efforts after Damian Gilliams, Pamela Paris, and Charles Motti held what the state attorney's office called a secret meeting. The now ousted council members are accused of trying to fire Mayor Ed Dodd, along with the city manager, city attorney, and city clerk.
We actually got angry over what we were seeing.
Bill Flynn decided to run in the recall election, but lost. He's hoping that after Wednesday, things will return to normal.
Proud that the city could get back to work.
Partnership, accountability, transparency, and honesty. Well, honesty is such a simple thing that should be expected from all of our government officials.
Thank you very much.
As for Gilliams, he feels as if he's done a great job and that he plans to fight the perjury charge along with the Sunshine Law violations next month when he expects to go to trial. Reporting in Sebastian, I'm Derek Lowe, WPTV News Channel 5.
And lastly, Missouri Governor Mike Parson has tested positive for COVID-19. His office announced Wednesday afternoon. The announcement came a few hours after a spokesperson for the governor confirmed that First Lady Teresa Parson had tested positive too for the coronavirus. For the first time in a decade, the Rays are champions of the American League East after Tampa Bay defeated the Mets 8-5 at Citi Field thanks to a big 2-run homer from Brandon Lowe and a pair of homers by Randy Arozarena. Meanwhile, the Yankees were routed by the Blue Jays 14-1, shrinking Toronto's magic number for a postseason berth to 1. News time, we have 8:29. Our weather and traffic together are next.
$8:30 the time right now on the Get Up and Go show. It's time for traffic and weather together, all brought to you by Code Red Roofers. Bonnie?
We do have 2 accidents in St. Lucie County to the north of us. 2 are, within the same vicinity of one another on I-95 southbound in Fort Pierce. There is an accident at mile marker 136. And then there is another different accident, I-95 southbound at mile marker 138 Fort Pierce. Both of them heading southbound on I-95 without any roadblock. So traffic is getting through. There's your latest look at traffic. In Stewart, we have 81, and it's partly sunny in Ottawa, Canada, 55 degrees. Here's our forecast, WPTV.
Good morning, my sunshines, and happy Thursday to you. Starting off this morning in the mid to upper 70s with a few clouds out there and isolated showers blowing in from off the Atlantic. Highs today in the upper 80s with heat index values in the mid 90s. Partly sunny skies throughout the day and a 30% chance for some isolated showers and storms. Winds will stay breezy out of the southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. A small craft advisory and high surf advisory remain in place throughout the day. Tomorrow, hot and humid, highs in the upper 80s, but feeling like the upper 90s. We'll start off the day with morning sunshine, then showers and storms developing along the sea breeze. Numerous showers and storms expected through sunset. I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
Do you have a suggestion for the show? Send us an email, WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. And now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
Time right now is 8:35 on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for our weekly and daily space report. Here's Randy Siegel. Good morning, Randy.
Good morning, sir. Well, this day in history, 1962, NASA unleashed its first Moose idea. The Moose idea was to launch an astronaut in space, and then he would come back in his spacesuit, climb into a plastic bag, re-enter the Earth's atmosphere, and then land. However, and luckily, Moose never really flew. In 1970, the then Soviet Union launched a probe to the moon, their Luna 16 spacecraft. This particular spacecraft was the first robotic probe to land on the moon and return samples of lunar soil to Earth. In 1999, the Iconus mission was launched. That was the first commercial Earth observation satellite, and it was the first to collect publicly available high-resolution images of 1 and 4 meters resolution. And then in 2014, MOM was launched. MOM was the Mars Orbiter mission. That probe was launched, and this date in history, to the Red Planet by India. And it successfully went into orbit around Mars. This made India the fourth country to have a probe in orbit around Mars. Russia, NASA and the European Space Agency were first. India was the first Asian nation to reach Mars and the first nation in the world to do so on its maiden flight. Speaking about flights, get ready for a flight to take place this evening. Yep, this evening a Delta IV Heavy will launch a National Reconnaissance satellite into orbit. That launch is scheduled to take place at 12:14 a.m. So be ready for that launch to take place over the weekend. We also are going to see on the 27th a Falcon 9 vehicle, which will launch a Starlink satellite. That mission will be at 10:43 a.m., followed by a Russian vehicle, the Soyuz, carrying communications satellites that will take place from the Plesetsk Cosmodrome. And then on the 29th, there should be two launches taking place. One from the Cape that will put a new GPS satellite into orbit. That's scheduled to fly between 9:55 and 10:10 in the evening. And from the Wallops Island, Virginia launch pad, an Antares rocket will place a new Cygnus spacecraft on track to go to the International Space Station, and that launch is scheduled for 10:27 p.m. So we have, as we know, is a plethora of satellites getting ready to launch. On board the space station, the astronauts are getting ready for new visitors to take place. The Russians are sending astronauts to the International Space Station on October 14th, along with an American astronaut. Sergei Rusakov and Sergei Kutsevashkov will be launching alongside NASA's astronaut Katie Rubins to the International Space Station. They are being specifically trained to do spacewalks because the Russians are anxious to put a new multi-functioning laboratory module attaching it to the space station sometime next year, possibly in April if everything continues to go well. In fact, the next crew also is planning to conduct a lot of experiments on new fruit flies that are being sent to the space station. 55 scientific experiments are up there, and 4 new experiments will be launched to study fruit flies and see the effects of space on the organism of these flies. We also expect later this afternoon, at about 11 o'clock our time, Blue Origin hopes to fly its next New Shepard spacecraft. This spacecraft will go up to an altitude just above the Comenius for precision landing. It will be testing the landing ability of Blue Origin in order to be able to show that they can land precisely on the moon where they need to. Jeff Bezos says they're ready for this to take place. We're going to tell you about NASA's first mission to collect samples from an asteroid, as well as the Russians postponing a launch from French Guiana. So until then, have a great day, everybody.
That's your daily dose of space in another place with the one and only Randy Siegel. He appears on this program each and every weekday at 8:30 to give you the latest and greatest from outer space. Time to head on over to Ellie's Downtown Deli, where Bonnie's standing by with the latest and greatest to soothe somebody that's very hungry like myself right now.
Yeah, and you know what, Evan, they will deliver later. Like if you're still at the radio station a little bit later, Ellie's Deli will deliver lunch to you. If you're working right here in the Stewart area, Ellie's will deliver to your workplace today. You try a fresh jumbo wrap, of course. You might want to get the Brie Zen. Comes in your choice of wrap, the spinach flavor, garlic herb, or my favorite, tomato basil. And in the Brie Zen, you get your oven gold turkey, brie, cheese, mozzarella, some lettuce, tomatoes, cucumbers in this one, onion, sprouts, and cranberry mayo. And, you can get it with a fresh bowl of soup. Enjoy some potato salad with it for lunch. Ellie's Downtown Deli in Stuart now has their patio back open, plus they're at 50% dining inside with a full menu for pickup or delivery. Ellie's also has full dinners available for takeout, plus their fabulous desserts as well. Call 772-781-6605 to order and pick up today. They're located 18 Southeast 6th Street, just off Colorado in Stuart. Call 772-781-6605. Ellie's Downtown Deli in Stuart.
Time for the Precious Metals Report, brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. Gold opening up at $1,854.10 an ounce, and silver opening up at $21.94 an ounce. That's your Precious Metals Report, and it's all brought to you, of course, by the one and only St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. 8:42 news time. Let's go to the news desk. Once again, here's Bonnie.
Thanks once again, Evan. Wednesday marked a solemn day in Washington, D.C. as America continues to say goodbye to Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Her legacy lives on. WPTV's Lenny Supal explains how she's being remembered.
A woman who dedicated her life to see equality in America.
My life changed dramatically.
South Florida continues to stand together to show solidarity. The organization, Palm Beach County Now, held 2 gatherings Tuesday.
My dad always said the good things come in small packages.
Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg was petite, but her voice resonated across multiple generations.
She was a powerhouse.
Sheila Jaffe lives in Boca Raton and remembers her work to break down gender barriers.
The examples that she worked on were things that she personally experienced, make a difference, and get an education. I think my mom said, why are you going to go to college? You're just going to get married anyway. We used to hear that a lot. I went to college at night. It took me 12 years to finish, but I got my degree, and it was at a very important time because I became a single mother.
I know how vibrant old girls' networks can be.
Political analysts say the late justice gained respect throughout her career from both sides of the aisle.
Many Americans look to her accomplishments with a sense of not only satisfaction, but ambition.
That we are all Ruth's legacy.
A leader with a legacy that left a profound mark on America's history.
We were going to just keep fighting.
In Palm Beach County, Lenny Supal, WPTV News Channel 5.
Underscoring the crucial importance of Florida to his re-election hopes, President Trump begins a 2-day campaign swing in the Sunshine State tonight in Jacksonville.
The president will hold an outdoor rally at Cecil Airport this evening. Temperatures will be taken before attendees are admitted. The campaign will provide masks and encourage supporters to wear them and to practice social distancing. Then it's on to Miami for a Latinos for Trump roundtable Friday morning. With 29 electoral votes, Florida's the biggest swing state up for grabs. I'm Larry Spillman.
President Donald Trump was asked on Wednesday if he would commit to leaving office peacefully in January if he loses to Joe Biden in November. Trump's response, we're going to have to see what happens. I have been complaining very strongly about the ballots, and the ballots are a disaster, Trump said. When pressed to elaborate, Trump added, we want to get rid of the ballots. We'll have a very peaceful, there won't be a transfer, frankly, there will be a continuation. Last week, Joe Biden said during a CNN town hall that he would accept the outcome once the full results are counted. Lastly, the nation's largest wave garden, a simulated surfing park, is slated to come to Midway Road as part of a 200-acre community development. The new Willow Lakes Village is expected to cost $595 million in new construction, according to the developers, and the first phase of building could begin in the third quarter of 2021, depending on permitting and approvals. Wave Pool could make Fort Pierce a surfing destination in Florida. So now if you're in Lenny's Pick'em League, hey, don't forget to make your pick for tonight. We have Thursday night football when Miami is at Jacksonville playing. And, my pick tonight, not because I want Miami to lose, but I'm going to pick Jacksonville as my pick because I think they're going to win. Now make sure you go into Lenny's Pick'em League, make that pick, and congratulations to the Beeve, who tops the league, followed by Chicago Kid and Chief Pick'em Good. still picking them good this season with us, and thanks for playing. News time is 8:46. We'll have weather and traffic together next.
$8:47 the time on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together, all brought to you by Code Red Roofers.
That's right. Code Red Roofers. And we do have that accident. We're seeing the one accident southbound in Fort Pierce right now on I-95 at mile marker 126. And this is southbound before you hit Midway Road. There's not any roadblock from that accident showing. Palm City area here in Stewart, the roads are looking fine in the area. Your latest look at traffic. And in Palm City, it is 81 right now. And in Towns County, Georgia, 63. Here's our forecast at WPTV.
Good morning, my sunshines, and happy Thursday to you. Starting off this morning in the mid to upper 70s with a few clouds and isolated showers blowing in from off the Atlantic. Highs today in the upper 80s with heat index values in the mid 90s. Partly sunny skies throughout the day and a 30% chance for some isolated showers and storms. Winds will stay breezy out of the southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. A small craft advisory and high surf advisory remain in place throughout the day. Tomorrow, hot and humid, highs in the upper 80s, but feeling like the upper 90s. We'll start off the day with morning sunshine, then showers and storms developing along the sea breeze. Numerous showers and storms expected through sunset. I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Show with Evan and Bonnie on Martin County's Heritage Station, AM 1450 WSTU. Now let's get back to the program with Evan and Bonnie.
Look, on aisle 19, it's a broken bottle of Zinfandel. It's a smashed Merlot. It's a Chablis. It's Supermarket Karen. I don't have a mask.
Yes, Supermarket Karen, strange visitor from the suburbs who came for wine without a COVID mask and displayed powers and abilities beyond those of mortal shoppers. Supermarket Karen, who can scream she's done nothing wrong.
That's nothing wrong!
While ripping down shelves of liquor as bottles of wine on the floor. And who, disguised as a disgruntled customer, fights the never-ending battle with science, social distancing, and the COVID way.
Yeah, Supermarket Karen for sure, without a doubt.
Yeah.
You ever run into a Supermarket Karen before?
Fortunately, not etched in my memory that I remember. No, and I don't want to.
All right, all right.
But they say that she comes in there not wearing the mask. I thought maybe a lady like Karen would be telling everybody to put on their mask.
Yeah,
instead.
definitely so.
Yep.
The old man down the road is on the phone line with us. Hi, old man. How are you today?
Well, I was just running away from Karen there.
Okay.
Piggly Wiggly.
All right. Very good. Very good. So, old man, you got the subpoena. You got to go to court now. We all got subpoenas in regards to this whole Edna thing being chased by a what was it, Bonnie?
It was a bear.
A bear off the side of the mountain. So Edna, unfortunately, has left the face of the earth. She's no longer with us. So we extend our condolences to you, old man. But now you're going to need legal counsel, correct?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
I got an ankle monitor on me right now.
I know you can't go anywhere. You have an ankle monitor on. And hold on, old man, 1 second. We have another line ringing here, so let me answer the phone line. Hi, you're on the air with Evan and Bonnie. Who's this?
Ba, 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 ba.
Oh, Fredo. Hey, Fredo. How are you?
Doing well. Hey, old man, guess what? You're in luck because I have free attorney service. Yeah, man. I do a mobile service, and I could be your attorney in this situation. Yeah, man.
Oh, wow. Okay. Fredo has a legal service,
What
old
an
man.
opportunist.
Is that opportunity or opportunist, Bonnie?
Oh, okay.
Right.
Well, the thing is, though, here, Fredo, I need to know, and I'm sure the old man would like to know, how much you're going to charge him.
Well, it depends. If he needs more legal service, obviously he needs more money, so he has to pay me more money. Yeah, man.
So where does your rate start at?
$5 an hour. Yeah, man.
That's it?
Yeah, man.
$5 an hour for your legal services.
That's it. Me and a guy called Joe will take care of it for you. Yeah, man.
Old man, can you afford that?
Yeah, I just cashed in the life insurance for $5.
Okay. Well, you had life insurance on you had quite a few life insurance policies on Edna, didn't you?
Just a few.
Okay. Have you cashed them in yet?
Yeah, I cashed them in already. As your attorney, I advise you not to talk anymore. Okay. Good night.
Okay. Well, there's the old man. The old man is gone now. All right, Fredo. He apparently hung up. Okay.
And we're having.
Oh, well, like I said, I hang up.
Well, you told him not to talk.
We're having
I told him not to talk anymore about that situation.
Yeah, it's hard to believe that a bear was chasing him. We're, having a hard time believing that idea.
Yeah, it's kind of, I don't know. I'm a little skeptical. I mean, the old man's been following you around for 25 years now, and it's just kind of hard to believe that a bear chased Edna off the side of the mountain and she's dead now.
Evan, you might want to watch out. He might make you disappear.
Well, that's what we have these subpoenas for. We have to go to court as character witnesses.
Well, one time I had a lion chase an ex-girlfriend, but that's a whole nother story.
Yeah, that's a whole nother story.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a whole nother story, a whole lifetime ago. Yeah, man.
All right. So what is on your slate for today, Fredo?
Well, I might be going down to the beach today with the suntan appliance service today. Yesterday, I was walking around the beach, and I found what I thought was a very rare seashell. Yeah, man.
A seashell?
Yeah, so I took it to a guy who I know over at a museum. Come to find out, it was just a human ear. Yeah, man.
A human ear?
An ear?
Yeah, man.
Oh, no.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh,
Yeah,
I wonder if Mike Tyson was anywhere around.
that's a possibility. I represent him too in my legal service.
Oh, you
Yeah,
do?
yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Very
Yeah,
good. Very good.
Yeah,
All right. I appreciate that.
yeah, man. So what you guys up to today?
Oh, about 6'1", something like that. Bonnie, she's about 5'4",
Yep, 5'3".
5'3". I was
Yep.
close.
Thanks for giving me an inch, though.
Yeah, I gave you an inch, and take an inch, I give you a yard. There you go.
We can all use another inch.
Yeah,
man.
we all could use another inch here and there
Right
for
there.
sure.
Oh, yes,
Height
indeed.
wise, of course.
Oh,
Anyway, so you're going to go to the beach and do your suntan lotion applying, okay?
Yeah, man.
When will we see you back here in studio again? Because
I
we
think
do
I'm
miss
back
seeing
next
you.
week with you. Yes, man.
Oh, okay. All right. What day
Yeah.
are you going to be here? Is it Wednesday?
I think it's Wednesday again.
Oh,
I have to
okay.
look at my schedule and find out.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Well, check Fredo's calendar if you would, please, and let us know.
And I heard on your when you go out on your anniversary, you need a limo service. As I talked to you about before, I got Fredo's limo driving service. Yeah, man.
Okay, and let me guess, Bentley's the driver.
Bentley will be.
Oh, did we lose? Did we
I'll have
lose
to
Fredo?
massage your wife's feet. Yeah, man.
Oh, okay. I thought we lost you there for a minute, Fredo. You cut out.
Nah, I'm here.
You need to get a new cell phone. You gotta
Okay.
quit, you gotta quit using those pay as you go cell phones.
Well, how'd you know I had that?
Well, trust me, I know everything about you.
Dang Metro PCS, man, it make me sick. Shoot.
Yeah, you need to
Yeah.
switch carriers or something.
Yeah.
Anyway,
there you
hey,
go.
you know whose birthday it is today?
Whose birthday is it?
It's George in Kentucky's birthday.
Yeah, man, I should have flew up there, do him a party.
Yeah,
man.
can you sing him happy birthday, Fredo?
Oh, happy birthday to you. Yeah. There
that
you
was
go.
pretty good.
That's all I get?
That's all you get.
All right, I guess I'll have to pay you $5 more to do more.
That was nice, though.
All right,
Yeah,
Fredo.
man.
Well, Fredo, I'm going to let you run. You have a great day because we're coming up on the end of the show. We got to get on out of here, okay?
All righty.
All right, take it easy, Fredo.
Yeah, man.
All
Talk
right.
to y'all later.
All right, bye-bye now. Well,
He sounds like he's in a pretty bubbly mood today.
yeah, he's always in a good mood.
Yeah.
He's got all these things going on.
I know,
You
like
know?
jack of all trades and only $5 for his legal services an hour.
That's a steal of
I
a
could
deal.
afford that for sure.
Anyway, that's a wrap for us here on the Get Up and Go show for a Thursday. Friday edition is tomorrow. And on the program, the #1 George W. Bush impersonator in the country
We've
is going to
spoken
be joining us.
with him before, haven't we?
Yeah, he's going to be with us on the line. We say chow mein
Honduras.
and Arriva Dirty. Be kind to one another.
And I guess if you see Fredo at the beach today, run the other way.
Yeah, don't run the other way. He wants to rub you the right way and put some lotion on you. Folks, have a great Thursday. We'll see you back here tomorrow, 6 a.m. Bye-bye for now. We're WSCU Stewart, Martin County's Heritage Station. The news is coming up next.